biggest events you've ever seen in wrestling history tonight. Good luck topping that. Good luck to WrestleMania in topping AEW tonight. My God. Somebody said, oh my God, it was a dud ending. Well, you know what? Last year was a dud ending, if you don't remember. Now that's what I'm talking about, man. That's the wrestling I'm talking about, man. And I say that because Tony Schiavone calls everybody man, you know, every 2 seconds. Oh, man this, man that. Everything is man with Tony Schiavone. What a phenomenal AEW revolution, baby. Now, there's a few things that we could give negative on this show tonight, but let me tell you something. Most things are very positive. Most of what I saw tonight, I believe, is very positive. I think, quite a bit to say about this tonight before we, jump over to the phones, and I want to hear what you guys have to say. So drop a dono if you can. I see them coming in already.
Super Chat Party!
Good Super Chat parties happening already. Let's go to the donations.
What a hell of a PPV. Punk versus MJF killed it.
What a
Sting
pay-per-view.
tried to kill himself. Hangman hangs on. But no Ryback, so that means the show sucked. Jake A. Lowell.
No Ryback tonight. John Moxley busted open, baby. I mean, busted wide open. Good God, Moxley. Yo, DF Sports, thank you. What a hell of a pay-per-view. Punk versus MJF killed it, he says. Dude, I'm thinking, I'm thinking about, I think I'm going with that as my favorite match of the night, I believe. I really do think I want to give that match of the night, dude. I mean, good luck to the main event after that. I am shocked that there wasn't some kind of a breakup during this show tonight. Because it was just, oh my God, I felt bad after that match. And the women had to go on, too. That's the crazy thing. I thought they should have brought out, maybe a talking segment or some kind of, anything kind of to break it up. I just thought that was, that was crazy. But what's up, chat? How you guys doing? Hope everybody's doing well. I see the chat is pumping out, well, you know what you guys are pumping, in the chat. You got a bunch of weirdos. Shout out to everybody. Hit that like button, man. Stick that thumb directly where the sun don't shine on my body, okay, man? I want you to jam it up there really good and deep. It's the AEW Revolution review. You guys remember last year at this time. At this time last year, we were sitting here looking at a dud explosion in the middle of the ring. Remember that? The explosion that never went off the right way in the middle of the ring? And how bad that looked last year? And everything that went on. There was tons of botches last year at AEW Revolution. There was so many weird things that went on at last year's show. So to sit here tonight after this, and be like, wow, this was a damn good show, man. It was maybe long. I mean, you could definitely, criticize maybe the fact that it was just a little too long. Because, I mean, it was a long show tonight, man. That was a long thing that we just experienced. No title changes, really, yep. Not that eventful as far as the titles go, but gotta be honest, that it's okay because, man, the show was so fun. You know what I mean? Dude, Sting almost died. What was Sting doing? At first I was like, okay, he's going to jump through a table. That's okay. Sting diving through a table. I'm down. But, dude, this fucking guy headbutted the table. Sting went through the table. He headbutted the table. That was nuts. He headbutted the shit out of that table, dude. He waffled it. His head waffled it. It wasn't just that he went through the table. That was cool. And, 60-something-year-old Sting diving off the balcony through tables is crazy, even though it was just a splash. But what's crazy is the fact that, his fucking head smashed the front table. He rang his own bell, man. Sting rang his own bell, dude. How did you enjoy Sting almost dying? I mean, dude, I was in hysterics for that. That match needed to happen because I'll tell you what, that match broke everything up because there was so many serious wrestling matches that match was just so chaotic. That 6-man tag, anything goes, anywhere, whatever. Dude, that was so chaotic that I was in hysterics. I was literally cracking up. Like, I was dying of laughter at that point. By the way, guys, if you're donating larger amounts tonight, I will put you on the Board of Sexy. I have brought back something. You've never seen it before, probably, really, but we have the Board of Sexy here. All right? So if you want to get down and you want to get sexy, get on the Board of Sexy. Let me know what you think through donations about what's going on here tonight. What are you doing? What are you doing to me? I just started my show. What are you doing?
I just want to see something.
My wife comes walking in right as I start my show. What's walking around you? What are you doing to me? Why are you taking video of me from my bad side? What are you doing?
It's not working.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
What's up, guys? Is Rusev in catering? I think Rusev's injured. I'm not 100% on that. I don't really remember that. If he's hurt, injured, whatever, I'm not really sure what's up with Rusev. But I appreciate it, man. Hey, let's go to the donos and hear what you guys are saying. We got so many matches to talk about, man. There's so much stuff. But real quick, just off, let me rattle this off. I'm actually surprised there's not more people in here watching, but I'm assuming some people had to go to bed because of work tomorrow or something. That could be part of what's going on, man. Hit the like button, jam the thumb up my ass. Help me get that algorithm going, man. What's up, chat? What's up, John? We're going to talk about it. We're going to take your call. What are you doing? Like, what's going on?
Didn't work. Maybe it's because you already have too little of a beard.
Okay. What up, Tex? How you doing, man? What up, Tex? Get wet, man. The Monetize This champion is here. So real quick, just going over it real quickly. Hook versus QT Marshall. I thought that was really good. The crowd was pumped for Hook. Hook looked great. Pretty good little thing for him. Layla Hirsch versus Chris Statlander I missed, so can't ask me about that. House of Black versus Death Triangle was actually really pretty good, but it was very long, man. It was a long match. Like, I couldn't believe how long it was. House of Black wins. We'll talk about that. Jericho, Eddie Kingston. That was all right. Shocking Eddie Kingston won. I mean, that was interesting. I suppose maybe Jericho is going away for a bit. But, every time we say that, like, oh, Jericho's going away for a bit, so this is the reason why he's putting people over to do certain things or whatever, then he doesn't go away, but he does have a tour, so he tends to wrestle around the tour, though, to be honest. I don't know how he gets around that, but he does. But there's so much to talk about. We'll get to it. What are you guys saying? Let's go to the donos right now, man. And we'll see if anybody's getting on the Board of Sexy tonight. Let's find out, man. Wardlow looked like a beast tonight. Let me tell you something. Wardlow he takes his rightful place. And I said at the beginning of the match in the chat, if you guys were in the chat with me, I was like, dude, Wardlow all the way. Wardlow wins. He's obviously going to get beef with MJF next. That's coming up. CM Punk coming out to his old AFI music, his old Ring of Honor deal. I thought that looked pretty good. I love the match, man. It was a slow, classic match. Dude, the story of that match, the payoff of Wardlow's story, and the payoff of CM Punk and MJF's story in the match, plus the way they executed things, dude, that worked great. That worked beautifully. That match was executed very well, in my opinion. And all the little points of emotion and story just fucking kept slapping home. Like, it was amazing. Plus, our friend Grim was there tonight. We saw him a million times on the camera. Shout out to Grim, him and his overweight girlfriend. And, of course, shout out to Kid behind a camera, soon to be Kid in a casket, dead of heart disease. So shout out to you guys. You made it on camera. It was beautiful. The camera does add 200 pounds. Let's go to your donations down below. If you want to donate tonight, the link is down below. If you guys want to support what I do, I don't have any sponsors anymore or anything like that. And I've been so demonetized by the YouTube algorithm, the media. They hate the things I say because I speak freely. And they don't like the bad, naughty words that I say. I'm not PC. I'm not an SJW. So I don't get the things that other people get. So, if you want to support the show, feel free to use the link. I just pinned it in the chat. Plus, we have an insane poll right now. Look at the score on this poll. Good luck to WrestleMania. That's what I got to say. Good luck to Wrestle Freaking Mania. It ain't going to happen, WrestleMania. I'm sorry. I love the WWE, since I was 5 in 1987. But, man, I'll tell you, good luck to WrestleMania topping this show tonight. I'm dead serious. 500 votes nearly. 60% effing awesome. That means 91% positive for this show tonight. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious? 60, what the hell? 60, 61, 90, like over 90% positive. Only 6% of you said blah. Only 3% of you said terrible. This is unreal. The amount of thumbs up for this show right now is crazy. That is fire. Let's see a dono drop. Here's one.
Super chat party.
And it is from longtime OG JCS Alex Oli. He's a sick bastard.
What a freaking great PPV.
What a great show.
It's not the best of PPV, but there are definitely unforgettable moments.
Yes.
Who challenges Hangman next, Punk? 8/10.
Man, I don't know about that. I actually thought Kenny Omega might show up actually at some point, the way things were going. And honestly, I know there was a bit of a letdown at the end. I know that some people thought that, hey, man, something's going down at the end here. And I thought so, too. I would have bet money on it. Omega's coming out with a crutch or something. Maybe somebody shows up and attacks. I thought that was happening, too, so I am surprised. But that's okay. But what I am happy is that Tony Khan didn't say something big is going to happen, another one of those. Tony Khan obviously needs to kind of, reel it in with those announcements all the time. But I do appreciate Tony Khan being a hype man. Now, the commentary team, we're going to talk a little bit about this tonight. The commentary team was really pretty good but about halfway through the show or after the CM Punk match, they were just dialed out. You know what I mean? The commentary team needed a breather. They really did. And at some point, Jim Ross just dialed out. I mean, he started the show rough tonight. I think Jim Ross had issues tonight. He tried his best. He had issues. And there were times where Jim Ross was the lead guy, and there were times where Tony Schiavone, would fill in the gaps a little bit. And then there were times where Excalibur needed to take over, and it was just discombobulated. I don't believe the commentary gave any match that followed the CM Punk match its due. I think the commentary was bad, or not bad, but a little bit lackluster once the CM Punk match was over. And I get it. A lot of people are gassed. You have throats. You have, things like that. But they definitely could learn that next time, I don't know, have some kind of talking segment that's going to break stuff up a little bit because, man, they needed a segment that was going to break things up. They needed it, and they didn't have it. And the commentary had to really just do their best to deliver. And there were times where there should have been yelling or excitement or, people starting to paint a picture of what was going on. And it felt like JR didn't really want to speak. And Excalibur is more of the move-calling guy. And then, JR would say something that didn't make sense with it. And then, whatever. It just wasn't the best tonight. I think the commentary declined as the night went on. The commentary was probably a decent 6, 7 out of 10. Better than WWE commentary, right? Better than WWE, no doubt about it. But by the time commentary got to the last 4 matches, the commentary went from about a 7-6 to about a 5-4. And that was unfortunate. So that did prompt me to get angry and start tweeting Tony Khan like, hey, might as well hire Joe Cronin. And for everybody that says, oh, Joe, they're never going to hire you. You've said bad words on YouTube. Well, this is not my real name. And number 2, Excalibur said the N-word like 5 times on video. I mean, he's hired. So I think we're going to be okay. I think everybody's going to be all right. If they really wanted to, it's going to be fine. But let's go to the donations and see what you guys are saying.
Super chat party.
Oh my God, it's OG Wool Hat Demon.
With Jade winning her match, and Thunder Rosa returning the favor, the women's division is Cargill's for the taking. Baker versus Cargill at All Out.
Wow. I mean, but, you can't do that. You don't want to put the belts on the line like that, right, Wool Hat Demon? I actually don't think so. I think there's going to be a rematch with Thunder Rosa. There was interference in the match. The match was kind of lackluster, and so therefore I believe that this is set up for a third match. you're going to see a rubber match with Thunder Rosa. So Wool Hat Demon, I don't agree with that. What's up to you though, man? How you been, man? Wool Hat Demon has been a listener of the show since 2013 and one of the first donators ever of the show. Hey, Wool Hat Demon, what's up, man? Look at this thumb, man. Take this thumb and jam it up the like button's ass, okay, for me? Would you do that? But so I think we're going to get Thunder Rosa again, of course, and Britt Baker. I felt like Britt Baker just mailed it in tonight. She was like, look at my new belt. Now I'm going to go wrestle the same way I always wrestle. You know, it wasn't very... Thunder Rosa carried her in this match that wasn't very good anyway. I got to be honest, man. You guys know me. I love Jade Cargill. As like, she's sexy, hot. She's a big muscle woman. I love it. But her wrestling has never been that great yet. But tonight, I got to be honest. Tay Conti, whatever she is, fucking home wrecker. She usually sucks. And tonight, Conti was pretty good. Like, she was as good as Tay Conti can be, right? And Jade stepped up her game. Jade is usually like a 4 out of 10 out there, but she looks so good that it's okay, I guess. But tonight, I thought Jade was a 6. Good job. That match was better than it should have been. Like, I was expecting that match to be ass, and instead it was a pretty good match for those two. So that was actually surprising. So I was surprised that Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker, dude, I was surprised that their match just was like a whatever. But it also didn't help it was after CM Punk. You know what I mean? That did not help it at all. It hurt it very badly. So they just went out and they kind of just went through the motions of a wrestling match. There was interference. Hey, look at the brand new belt. Britt Baker wins. Okay, so that sets up a serious third match with those two, obviously. So, but it looked like Britt Baker mailed it in, and Thunder Rosa wrestled pretty good, carried her through a just, 6 out of 10 match that really was just about getting through it so they could get to a third one. So that's really what I believe that. But, I'll give credit to Jade and Tay Conti because I thought Jade's match could have been the worst, could have been like a 3. That match could have been a 3. I don't think it was a 3. Guys, I think that was a 6 or a 5 or something, or maybe, I don't know, more. I don't know, man. I give it credit, man. And Jade, I thought the splash looked pretty good, too. I give it up for them, man. I thought that match was going to be just piece of dog shit. And honestly, it was pretty good. Those women did pretty good, man. I bash Conti a lot, so I want to give her credit. And Jade, but mostly Jade. Jade stepped up. She learned a little bit. Oh shit! Gritty's here. Gritty, he's here. Survive off our motherfucking own feces. In Philly, we're gritty. In Philly, we're gritty. In Soul City, we'll eat our own shitty. In Philly, that's why our mascot looks like a...
What is the point of finishers anymore when it doesn't finish? Might as well call them high-caliber moves. That main event made me get AIDS.
Joe Dubs, 35. What up, Joe? Yeah, I got to tell you, man, first of all, that main event was doomed no matter what happened. That main event was freaking doomed tonight. So it was screwed anyway. It doesn't matter what happened in that main event. We weren't going to be very happy. Joe Dubs. Thank you, Joe Dubs. What's up? But yeah, man, that was... Unfortunately, it was a Young Bucks type of match. It was all right, but I didn't really care for that main event, man. And if I was JR, I might have no-sold that fucking main event too. Kick to the head, this to the head, that to the head, this to the head, tombstone pile driver. It's like, dude, I mean, JR must just be sitting there thinking, like, what the hell, bro? Like, are you guys serious? Like, that was weird, man. That main event was full of just kick out of everything. And then, in the end, that was it. So, I think there should have been a big screw job at the end. I think that would have diversified the stuff that happened tonight. There was a lot of blood. Obviously, there needed to be in some of these matches, so no doubt about it why it happened. I get it. But, yeah, I don't know about that main event. But I still enjoyed it, though. I still had fun watching it, and it was good. So, we'll be going to Discord in a little bit. What up to the chat? Hope you guys are getting weird and wet. And I just want to let everybody know that courtesy of SITH NEGAN, the Monetize This Championship is on its way. And it's on its way to me right now, and it looks beautiful. Would you like to see what the brand new Monetize This Championship looks like? Because it is absolutely freaking glorious. The new Monetize This World Heavyweight Championship that will be won by somebody come WrestleMania time here on the Joe Cronin Show on a Friday night on Monetize This at around 11 p.m. and we start on Friday nights. Every Friday night since 2013 almost. Well, actually, we were on Wednesdays for a while, but here's the belt. The Monetize This title is on its way, courtesy of SITH NEGAN. Is this thing not the most beautiful thing ever, man? It actually has gold on it. So, will Pure Country keep the belt and retain the brand new title to merge it with the old one? I don't know what's going to happen, but a real quick plug there for courtesy of SITH. Just beautiful stuff. I can't wait for this belt to debut on Monetize This on a Friday night. And we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, shit, it's turkey time. What up, chat? Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Soundwave, you're going on the board of sexy.
What if they killed us and ate our children? What if the turkeys ate us?
Soundwave, you're on the board of sexy, brother.
What if they filleted us? If the turkeys ate us? If they had to hate us? Well, Thanksgiving was a little bit different. Instead, the turkeys ate us. They gobbled us apart. But first they'd eat our nuts, and then they'd eat our butt. The turkeys ate us. What if?
Here comes a turkey donation. If you're in the chat, let me see him. Janelle Banks getting down with some turkeys, baby. What's up?
What if the turkeys ate us? What if they
Look at Redbeard, dude. He looks like look at Redbeard. He's all steroided up and he's ready to go. Hit the guys. Make sure you guys vote on the poll up top too. Let me know what you thought of AEW tonight. What up, Caveman Austin?
Solid PPV tonight, 8/10, but they really should have made MJF and Punk the main event instead of in the middle of the card.
Yeah.
The crowd pretty much died after that till William Regal's appearance and Sting slamming through 3 fucking tables at 62 years old.
Dude, I lost it at Sting. I gotta tell you guys, let me just run through it real quick. And Soundwave 92. Soundwave 92 is the first person tonight to go on the board of sexy. Look at him. Thank you. $29 gets you on the board of sexy. I don't know why I said it like that. It says sexy. I said sexy. I mean, that's fucking lame, but I'm sorry. Man, I got to tell you. Q, get me out of here. Sorry, I was watching Picard, and that's all I can think about. I thought Hook's match was just great. It was a nice dynamic. Listen, the stuff with Sting at the end broke up the pay-per-view beautifully, okay? Jade Cargill match was better than I thought it would be, amazingly. John Moxley and Danielson was pretty good with the shock of, William Regal coming out as well at the end. The tag team match was all right. Keith Lee and the ladder match thing was all right. Keith Lee looks like he's 50 pounds overweight. And again, he just comes off like he thinks he's amazing, and he just sucks, man, his personality. I don't know what. I'm sorry. I hate to be hard on him, but it's just I feel that way. Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston was, not the best thing, but it was pretty decent, and it was over quick, so okay. Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, and Sting, man, and that whole thing was so chaotic and terribly awesome. It was awesome. Like, I was laughing. I was like excited by it for some reason, them going around everywhere. Then Darby Allin hits the coffin drop, but he landed on the kidneys of Hardy. And I wish that the commentary team sold that, because a lot of people thought he moved out of the way, and he did move out of the way, sort of. But Darby Allin came crashing down on his kidney instead. I mean, he did. He hit him in the side, in the back. So if I was on commentary, I would have said, oh, my God, Matt Hardy tried to move out of the way, and Darby Allin came down right into the kidneys, like a bullseye on the kidney. That's going to be bruised tomorrow, like 1, 2, 3. Man, Darby, when I first saw that, I thought he missed, and I honestly thought Darby just got the victory based on the move that happened before the coffin drop, and he didn't even need the coffin drop. But, man, I'll tell you what, on that replay, Darby Allin just looks like he just hit a bullseye on Matt Hardy's kidney. It probably did more damage than if he landed on his sternum. And they could have brought that up, but they didn't do that, so whatever. So it just appears to a lot of people that he missed it, and he really didn't miss. He sort of did, but he didn't. He missed it the way he wants to hit it, but he nailed Matt Hardy in the back. And that's where the kidney is, in the lower back area. So I would have sold that, and I think that they should have, and I think they could have. But they didn't, and whatever. Maybe they didn't notice. Maybe they didn't feel like doing that. I don't know. But that's what I would have done. But that match was so wild, dude. And then Sting dives off the top of the thing. And yes, he splashes through the table perfectly. But what wasn't perfect is the first table in the front, he didn't really go through it. As he went through the first tables, his head then smashed into the front of the top table. I mean, Sting fucking concussed himself. Like, he smashed his head into this table. And I was in hysterics laughing. Like, I was laughing. Like, I was like, oh, shit, Sting's going to jump off the top of this thing. This is crazy. And then Sting jumped, and I see his head just smashed into the table. And I'm like, I'm fucking just dying. Like, oh, my God, bro. Fucking Sting just fucking killed himself. Like, I was losing it, man. I was running around. I was sending the clip to my wife, and she's like, I don't even give a shit about this. And I'm like, I don't care. Look what happened. Oh, man. Sammy Guevara, the Spanish Fly, that looked fucking insane. Like, off that. Oh, my God, bro. That Spanish Fly looked awesome. I mean, there was just a ton of fucking crazy. Don Callis got to come out and fake everybody out on the mic while wearing weird pink shades. Look at Kid Fatso behind a camera in the front row. And then, with the pink scarf with weird pink glasses. I mean, what the fuck is Don Callis doing? He just came home from with the moccasins on or whatever he's got. I mean, Don Callis just came from a fucking party with the Acclaimed or something where they were scissoring each other in the ass in the back. But hey, whatever. It's all good. There's Grim looking fucking huge, right there. His wife, his girl. Grim looks big. Grim. I don't mean his girl. Oh, shit. Did I say that? I meant Grim looks big. Sorry. Soundwave 92 is on the board of sexy.
Super.
I think anything over $20 you're getting on the board of sexy tonight. Anything over $20 you're on the board of sexy.
Yeah. 8 out of 10.
Oh, Drew Bar 100, my longtime OG, my friendo. You like that, Steve? My friendo. We're fucking weird and queer. Drew Bar, thank you. 8 out of 10, man. Appreciate that, dude. $2 super chat coming in. King Elvis in the chat. What's up, dude? AEW was a waste of time, says DB Big Oso. Yeah, that's a little weird. I don't know if I believe you. But right now the ratings don't show that on the board, man. You guys are voting on what you thought about the show tonight, and I don't know, 600 votes. And dude, good luck. I don't think WrestleMania can come close to this. I got to be honest. I love WWE. I used to love it. But, dude, I'm telling you, man, how the hell is WWE going to come close to this? I have no idea how they could do it. This was a phenomenal show tonight. Look at the ratings. We're talking about 90% positive for this show tonight. It doesn't get much better than that. As far as my polls, not a lot of polls result in over 90. That's a huge positive. That's a huge positive. By the way, thanks to Jax MCR for becoming a $10 patron on my Patreon, where there's over 1,000 podcasts with me and so many other people on all my shows that you never hear on YouTube, but they're all on Patreon. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. If you used to like Opie and Anthony and the Howard Stern Show and some other things like that, you're going to enjoy the Corrupted podcast. thousands of episodes of stuff on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Thank you for that. Soundwave 92 is on the board of sexy.
Super chat party.
We're going to be going to Discord in a few minutes to hear from you guys. DF Sports, what's up?
Joe, did you see Grim by the entrance ramp in bright Assassina shirt? Also, where's Punk go from here? How long till we get the Summer of Punk? Fire.
What up, DF Sports? You know, I don't know. I'm wondering if Eddie Kingston maybe he'll get him again. No, I don't know. I really don't know what Punk is going to do. Summer of Punk type of thing? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I mean, they blew him. I mean, they put him to the moon here tonight. And I think, obviously, Wardlow's maybe going to get MJF next. If Wardlow faces MJF next and Wardlow beats MJF, then MJF really needs to have a, win after that. So if MJF loses to Wardlow, then it would be desirable to see MJF have a feud or have a few matches with people where he wins after that, so that MJF can build himself up a little bit after those losses, because you got to have Wardlow win. I mean, I would think. So we'll see what happens with that. Jade was impressive in a way tonight to me, because Jade was basically like, she stepped up her game as far as I'm concerned. Jade really stepped up her game. She did. Very much so. I mean, dude, she put some new moves in her repertoire, and she looked pretty good doing it. Not bad for Jade, Not bad.
Looks like my little lass needs a shaving.
Wardlow's face turn was handled perfectly. Held on to the diamond ring till MJF was in thumbtacks, and the giving it Punk was straight up brilliant.
Holy shit.
But I felt bad for Britt and Rosa because they were never gonna follow up after that dog collar match.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt about it, Soundwave. Damn, Soundwave just dropped $40. Damn, Soundwave. That's nuts, bro. Soundwave, thank you, dude. We should put you on the board of sexy twice for that one. Yeah, I mean, I think they knew that, and I think because Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker are going to have a third match, I think they didn't mind that. They figured, listen, let us go on, and we'll have a little thing, and we're not really going to be able to top what they do in the dog collar match, but that's okay because we're going to have a third match. So that I believe that's what's up. I think they knew that. So, I think they'll be featured more in the third match. They could take this break. The board of sexy is getting filled with the Soundwave 92, bro. Look at this. By the way, if anybody wants to send me a sandwich, it's $70. I'm hungry for a sandwich. Just saying, I got kids. Man, my poor son has been sick all day, man. I'm sorry that if I didn't talk to you on Twitter today and you were looking for me, I'm sorry, man. Finn has... my other two kids had a fever for like 3 hours, and they were fine. They just, boom, they broke right out of it. But my youngest, who has asthma, his heart's been racing all day, and he's been at 102, 101. So hopefully it starts going down soon. I'm going to be checking him probably all night. We'll be checking on him. Thank you, Soundwave. You're on the board of sexy twice because you donated over $20. So thank you.
Duncachino?
Crazy.
Don't mind if I do.
Oh, shit.
What's my name? Duncachino.
JD Venom.
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend.
Will you say hello to my chocolate blend?
Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Oh.
Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Fantastic show from you and someone who is not biased to or WWE. I give this show a 8.75 as my second best APPV ever. All Out 2021 is my best. Great wrestling and storytelling. Fun night. This not the best PPV.
Fun night. This is not the best pay-per-view of all time, as some people are saying. JD Venom, thank you, man, for your honesty and for supporting the channel as always, man. Great streams the other day. I thought that was funny shit. JD Venom, a super OG of the channel, one of the biggest supporters of all time here. I think he's right. I mean, I think this is definitely in the top 10 AEW pay-per-views of all time, but it might be in the top 5. This might be in the top 5 of AEW's pay-per-views, and I think, and I mean, I don't know if we're counting the All Elite, like the All Elite, All Out shows or whatever, but this is definitely one of the top 10 of the last 10 years. Somewhere in there, whether you want to argue about it being 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th or something, I don't know. But because my memory, I just can't recall them all back, well enough to do that right now. But what I will say is, yes, this was certainly one of the best shows in a while. I mean, of the last 2 years, this is up there. This is better than last year's Revolution. I mean, dude, last year's Revolution, you had Evil Uno running himself into a pole, right? Into a post. A lot of Polish people here, Joe, huh? Also, the ring didn't not blow up this time. Everybody remembers the ring not really blowing up last year, and Eddie Kingston thinking he needed to cover up his friend to save his dear life. So, that was a weird ending last year. So I got to say, as a complete show, I think you got to give it to this year's Revolution over last year's, right? I mean, I'm just saying, I think so, right? This has got to be better than last year's from the beginning to the end. I think this is the better show. Now, was it a little too long? Probably. One of those women's matches didn't need to happen. Probably the Thunder Rosa Britt one could have been cut. You could have had that on Dynamite instead. Hey, let's have another match on Dynamite. This time it's not lights out. And then you have a third match on a pay-per-view. So maybe that's the case. But I guess you got to defend the woman's belt. So what are you going to do? So, but yeah, it's not, and maybe honestly, the Jungle Express thing, I know some people loved that match. That's the one that I cared about the least for. So, but I saw some people saying that was the match of the night, though. So maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I didn't pay attention to it the way some other people did, and I could have paid a little more attention, and that's my fault. Maybe that's it. But I don't think everybody could 100% pay attention to everything. You know what I mean? I mean, there wasn't, it's hard to just pay attention to completely everything. I see everybody in the chat. J-Rod, what's up, man? Tex is there. What up, Killer Demons is here. Trey Walters here. Get well soon. Thank you, man. My son hopefully will get well. Otherwise, I'll be getting scared. I will get scared. We got super chats coming in from Alex Oli, and everybody else is in the chat. What's up, Steve Langenheim? You guys are feeling good tonight. I'm going to jump over to the Discord in a few minutes.
Looks like my little lass needs a shaving.
Oh, shit!
There was way too many tombstone pile drivers.
Yes.
Why didn't the matches with blood main event the PPV? All in all, I would say 7 out of 10.
Oh, my God, man. People are donating donations that don't even have donations. Holy shit, bro. If you guys want to see what donations are, they're down below in the donation amounts. Expand it down there. Drop a sandwich. I'm still hungry for a sandwich. What's going on? $70 sandwich? I'm hungry. Renegade Joe Compton co-monetized this champion representing Pure Country. Pure racism. Pure Country. $42 donation, man. What a fucking crazy, bizarre donation amount that is. That's awesomely weird, and I like it. So let's go ahead and put Joe Compton on the board of sexy at $42. Man, there's a lot of people that are looking to get sexy tonight. God damn, man. Joe Compton going 42 on the board of sexy. He is the top board of sexy member right now. There's a lot of people getting sexy. We need some sexy music for the board of sexy. What do you think? What do you think? We need some sexy music for the board of sexy? What do we got here? We got something? Oh, here it is. You know it.
I think he's cute. I know he's sexy. He's on the board, and he wants a guy. I see him walk. I see his cock. He makes me feel like I'm inside a guy. He's on the board of sexy. It's just a sexy board. It's just a sexy board.
All right, enough of that. But yeah, you're on the board of sexy, baby. Thank you.
Looks like my little lass
Let's see what's else.
needs a shaving.
Spirit Infinity
Played
Roy.
a Cran song. But also thought I'd just donate cause why not? Also Destiny FOMO cute self was there I heard.
Oh.
Don't know who she is. Look her up later lol.
Look her up. I'm friends with her. Look up Destiny FOMO. I've been friends with her for 6 years. She's been on the show. Yeah, Destiny's great. She's fucking hot. Little tiny thing she is. Go look her up. She's like 5'1" or 4'9" or something. She's crazy. Look at goddamn, she's a tiny little thing. Spirit Infinity Roy, thank you for the 17. I got to get the Cran song added back to the show. I will look for the Cran donation and see if I can get it back for you guys, if I can. But while we're waiting to do that, here is the GIF for the Cran. There's the Cran right there, baby. So we will see if I can find the Cran song and play that for you, sir, for that donation of $17. Thank you. Everybody, if you want to know what the Cran is, it's simple. You got to have cranberry juice, first of all. It's got to be from Cape Cod. Cape Cod cranberry juice, poured in a glass, but it's got to be stirred with my dick. And if it's not stirred with my dick, it ain't the Cran, bruh. Okay? So, fucking, if you want some Cran, bring your Cape Cod cranberry to my house, and I'll stir it for you, brother. Okay? It's real easy. But yeah, Destiny's great.
Spirit Infinity Roy.
Thank you, Spirit. What up, dude? You need the hookup on her? Let me know. She is fucking hot, though, yeah? She's a little cutie. She a little cutie. Actually, a long time ago, we were in the works to get her to model a JCS shirt. And we were going to have her do that. And then I think Leah got jealous or something. She was like, what? I'll fucking do that. Man, she got wicked jealous. She was like, I'll do that. I was like, yeah, but look at this girl. And Leah was like, no, I'll do that. And then Leah did. She did. She put on the JCS shirt and got all sexed up. Not really, but she did put on the shirt, and I took pictures, and I was like, okay. But if Leah had not said, no, I'll do that, we would have had her model the JCS shirt. But I don't know if you would have been able to see JCS with her titties just like just exploding the shirt. You know, it would have probably wouldn't have been able to see shit. Here comes a dono from
Super
Alex Soli.
Party.
Oh, yeah?
Gonna go from this to Jerry Lawler on Raw tomorrow.
Yeah, that is. You've depressed me, Alex Soli. You've officially depressed me. That's a great point. I am now depressed, Alex Soli. Thank you. You're right. Tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw, we're going to have to deal with, well, the commentary team will be bad anyway. But, I mean, Jerry Lawler will be better, right? I mean, maybe Vince thought, like, hey, listen, Pat McAfee makes SmackDown better. Maybe Jerry Lawler can make Raw better. By the way, who's out if Jerry Lawler's in? Is Byron Saxon out or is Corey Graves out? I mean, hopefully Byron's out because Byron sucks. Then again, Graves ain't really much better either. I mean, they're just terrible at this point. The new guy's all right. The UFC guy's pretty, like, all right. But, man, he doesn't have that, like, I don't know. I'm just a prick. I'm a narcissist at this point. I want to be the announcer. Please make me the fucking announcer. But, I don't know. It is what it is. You know, I mean, we're in for it tomorrow night. You know, we're really in for it. What's up, chat? All right, I'm going to jump over to Discord now, see what everybody's saying over there. Have a good time. And I just want to let you know, anybody who donates over $20 tonight, $20 or more, you are going to get put on the board of sexy because you want to be sexy, man. I mean, you want to be wet. If you're a woman listening right now and you have a credit card, you want to become sexy because when you do become sexy, you get so horny, like, and you can feel it inside your body. Like, you feel how wet inside that you're getting, and you can feel it just slowly leaking and dripping down around your clit, down your thigh. And you take your finger and you run it down your thigh to push it back up and in. And as you push up that wetness that's been dripping down your leg, and you run your hand up your thigh into the inside area, and you get that little scoop going as you run your fingers back around the end of your pussy hole and your clit, and you're just like, oh. And then you're like, you know what, this feels good. I'm going to keep going. Oh. And the next thing you know, it's all night back and forth action until you realize that not only are you on the board of sexy, but you feel sexy down there. And you had one of the best orgasms you ever had listening to this show, all because you pulled out your credit card and dropped $20 and got on the board of sexy. And if you're a guy, well, you know the deal. You're probably stroking it. Anyway, that was weird, what I just said. Let's go to Discord.
That was insane.
That was insane.
What's up,
What's up,
There's
Joe?
that
What's
one-
up,
there's
Joe?
that-
Crazy some.
There's
What up,
a-
Joe?
What's up,
There's that
cocksuckers?
AEW simp that's got
Baby.
oxygens all over his
I'm
face
ready
right
to jerk off tonight. That was fucking fun. I don't care.
TMI, my God.
Oh man, I'm
That
Yo,
was
I got a
fun.
question for you, Cronin.
Yo,
So, that brand new monetize this belt,
oh,
that's the one that's coming here to my house right fucking now, right?
no, that's coming to my house.
No, it should be coming here. We haven't got the fucking belt yet,
It's
Jack.
coming to my house.
And FYI, there is no belt defense till we get this fucking belt.
Well, no, Sith NEGAN sent it to me like weeks ago, like before the belt was even defended. You got a problem with Sith NEGAN?
I ain't got a problem with Sith, but which one am I getting?
You're getting the one that Mikkel's going to send you.
You're getting the hand-me-down.
Flash belt.
Well,
You're getting the
see,
hand-me-down.
the Renegade and I, we've got a new hobby, and it's called taking Joe Cronin's titles and keeping them
Wait, what the fuck?
forever.
Y'all late cool right now?
So,
I'm
What?
going to take his title.
Are y'all late cool? With being co-champs?
Oh, where they
shit?
split the
Who the hell
title
are
in
you?
half?
What up,
Yeah.
Spirit?
no, hang on, whoa. Who's the new guy? Did you really interrupt me?
Oh,
Ooh, you don't interrupt
text.
Did you interrupt me, boy? Mind your place and get in the back of the line.
Up there,
Just mine. Anyways, so
I've never seen this.
So,
as I was saying, we're in the taking Joe Cronin's belt collecting hobby. That new one's going to look real good around the neck of one of my cows out in the field. Wait till you see that on Twitter. That's going to be
back to the
really
field.
Oh,
I'm
damn.
taking
hey,
it.
what day?
I'm taking it back to the field.
What day is WrestleMania? What is that? The 2nd?
April 2nd and April 3rd.
Don't know.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're
It's because I know, you know how I know it, Joe? Because April
Oh, you
3rd,
know it.
it's night Tuesday.
Back to the field.
Wow.
Oof,
Okay, so
my
we
black ass.
yeah, our goal was to defend it the night before WrestleMania. However, that depends on when the belt gets there, because I believe that somebody really, you have to physically have the belt for at least 4 weeks, in my
100%.
opinion, before you defend it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, would be about 4 weeks if you got the belt by Friday. But if you don't get the belt by Friday, it may have to be defended a week or two after WrestleMania. And we'll just be really advertising that WrestleMania night. That's what I believe is going to happen. But it really depends on how fast that money gets to Mikkel and how fast Mikkel can send it out after
He
he
probably
gets the
doesn't know
money.
what money is.
He doesn't know what money is, yeah.
Is there a way we can have the post office write down the address to Renegade's house so we make sure we get this right? Because I'm not sure I completely trust McKell's.
Well, you'll have to go hit up Mikkel, I guess. I
Yeah.
can
Well,
barely.
that's a 3-hour conversation I'm not willing to have.
Well, there you go. You answered your own question.
The belt never comes.
Hey, Joe, can we? I know you sort of already gone through the show, but
No,
could we
let's
try
go.
to go
No,
through
I want to
it?
hear what you guys have to say, and I want to go through it again because I kind of gave you the little cliff notes, but you could really get into the nitty gritty of everything here tonight.
You should be able to get the money from Mikkel because his mom knows money from her days of hooking.
There you go. Yeah, his mother's gonna be
You
like,
mean last night
I remember
and today?
this.
Is that who you're talking about? Because I'm pretty sure that's active going on around.
She's gonna smell the money and go, I remember this. I used to have cum on my face for this. It's gonna be great.
Y'all need Jesus. Anyways, so,
all right,
That's
Rastafa.
a $10
I'll tell
bill,
you what.
Mikkel. I got that for taking dick up my butt.
Rastafa, what's your favorite match of the night tonight?
well, just to start off, I mean, the dog collar match blew everything out of the water for me, just in terms of the pacing, just in terms of just the build up. I mean, again, Tex and I were saying, like, there could have been some spots where it's like, well, wait a minute, if he's selling the leg and then all of a sudden he's fine like 2 seconds later, I get that. But a lot of times you still got to get from spot to spot.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I gave that match probably a 4 3/4 out of 5. It's still a great match. People say it's going to be a 5-star. I think it's 4 3/4. Still one of the best matches as far as dog collar matches are concerned.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the best dog collar matches. And again, the thing about that match is it's amazing because the pacing was perfect. What they did was good. And the stories, their story plus the Wardlow payoff and everything was really done great. It was good.
That tombstone on the apron was insane. I thought he literally, judge by the way of the angle, because his head did hit the canvas, I thought he broke his neck.
These dudes are going to be crippled before they're 40. Like, y'all do realize that, right?
Yeah.
Like, there won't be a 62-year-old MJF like Sting was in the ring tonight. That's not going to happen.
MJF's going to be an accountant by the time he's 40. He'll be like,
He's either going to be crippled or dead, just like the rest of this work rate monkey roster that everybody sucks off here in AEW. That's what this is. Don't tell the story, but go kill yourself and break your neck.
Well, I mean, I think that match did tell a story, but I think the main event tonight definitely was just bullshit. Like, it was just...
That's why Flair could wrestle till he was 60 because he didn't take Panama Sunrises off the apron.
Exactly.
Shit like that.
That was
so we are going to go through the show. So I'm just going to quickly go through the pre-show matches because they weren't really anything other than just
I'll let you you be the Jake DeMarco and run through the whole deal. And shout out to Jake.
I miss him.
Yeah, we're going to call this the Jake DeMarco rundown. Anyways, Leah Hirsch versus Chris Statlander. This match was pretty average at best. The one spot that I do remember that almost could have been bad was that Hurricanrana going outside to the ring. And again, Leah Hirsch, I mean, again, for her size, again, it was very difficult to do certain maneuvers, especially Chris being so tall. They tried to do what they could, but overall, it was still it was barely average. So, not really the biggest fan of this match, but that's what started us off.
I was just licking Joe Compton. I was just sucking him off. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, you know what? That's the only match I missed tonight was that match.
Yeah, there was nothing really much to really talk about of that. But anyways, the next match was Hook versus QT Marshall, the blow-off match. Hook pretty much nice suplexes, finishes off with his version of the Taz mission, the Casa Hajime. And of course passes out in the submission. QT Marshall, your winner. Hook still undefeated.
Really?
Yeah. So
oh, you mean the Red Rum?
Hook looked good, man. He looked good tonight.
Yeah, QT is the Mojo Rawley of AEW.
No. At any rate, House of Black versus Death Triangle. This match was actually not bad until Redbeard and who's the other big guy that's in House of Black?
King.
King. Dude, when they started fighting, dude, it was boring as hell. I don't know why. It's just, again, when you got two big guys that only can go at it at a certain pace, anytime you try to do a Lucha Libre style maneuver, it just looks like crap with these two.
Now, let me throw this in there.
Listen,
Did you hear where I think it was Shivani actually called Eric Redbeard Eric Rowan?
They called him Rowan, yeah.
It happens.
You know what though, Redbeard
though, he fucks up.
Redbeard has always sucked. I hate to say this is a terrible thing, but I mean, it's just because of the Brody thing, mostly, and Luke Harper.
Brody was a better competitor than Eric Rowan, and I'm going to say that too.
Yeah,
Eric Red Cubes.
Redbeard was always actually. I thought I actually thought it was pretty good tonight because he normally really looks like shit, and tonight he's he kind of got through everything and looked pretty decent. Like so, I actually.
Well, the thing is, that one move that he does, like the spinning heel kick when he turns around, he barely got his leg up high enough like he used to do. So I'm not sure if it's because he put on more weight or he hasn't been in the ring as often. Yeah. But I mean, it is what it is. It wasn't the worst match of the night, but damn, it was. It was when those two guys touched, it was getting slow, and then. I thought the match was actually going to end earlier than expected because just for time restraints or whatever, but it was what it was. And House of Black defeats Death Triangle. The start of the pay-per-view after Jim Ross makes his
I like
entrance.
the way that ended. I got to tell you, the way that ended was really cool. I thought that was nice. So that's about all I got to say, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it wasn't the
And it was
worst
a long
match,
match, dude. It was a long match. Don't you think it was like 22 minutes or something, or 25 minutes?
Yeah, you could have shaved off 10 minutes off that match and it would have been fine.
Yeah.
At any rate, we have Chris Jericho versus Eddie Kingston. Now, I wasn't expecting this to be the opener.
Me
but
neither.
Man, they beat the crap out of each other. There was literally the first move within the first seconds of the match. Eddie Kingston goes for this weird fold-up German suplex where Jericho literally lands on his neck. I was having flashbacks to when Jericho got German suplex by Taz in ECW. I mean, I thought it was like, okay, guys, we're gonna start off with this.
The crazy thing is that that they planned that. It's like, what? I was like, wow. I mean, I almost thought. Didn't you think that they did that almost so they could do that kind of match where they don't have to go too long and there's high impact at the beginning. It was almost, even though it was better, it was similar to like a Goldberg type of match in a way. Just do some big moves and tell a story quick and then get out of there in 10 minutes.
And the funny thing that I noticed was that both guys were actually, if you think about it, were playing the heel role. Like both of them were going for after the eye, going for cheap shots in front of the referee regardless. I mean, it was just, it was a fight. It wasn't a wrestling match. It was a fight. Suplexes, going after, different body parts with the psychology. Going after certain, I guess like going after the elbow at one point. At one point, I think it was Jericho and Aubrey, jacking off, like talking back and forth, near fall after near fall. After the match, Jericho refused to shake Eddie Kingston's hand after it was all over. So now Jericho is practically going the heel route, and Kingston again gets the Duke. And this was, I'm not going to lie, I actually really enjoyed this match. I knew I was going to anyway, but the fact that Kingston went over. Matter of fact, Joe, I was at a bar finally for the first time in so long watching wrestling with a bunch of old friends, and people were actually really surprised that Kingston went over.
Oh, no, they definitely, people were there were surprised. I was surprised. Everybody was surprised. I honestly thought this match would possibly end with like bullshit. Like they were going to get counted out. Someone was going to cheat. I thought this match wasn't going to be conclusive or Jericho would win. I mean, I did not. If you were putting the bingo card together or whatever, I mean, I would have had, DQ, disqualification, count out. And then I would have had, Jericho wins. And then I wouldn't have had Eddie Kingston wins in my top unless he cheated maybe. And that would have been next. And then Eddie Kingston clean win would have been like below that. And this was I believe was it a clean win? I don't even remember now. It was a clean win. Submission, yeah. So it was a clean win. I mean, like,
but that submission move looks so goddamn weak.
People were saying that, but honestly, though, dude, you could say the same thing about the funk spinning toe hold. But at the end of the day, you don't know for a fact how much that hurts when you look at it, and it could be more gruesome than what it looks. So at the end of the day, I mean,
yeah.
Again,
but you know what? I got to tell you something. To be honest, Mustafa, I know what you're saying, but in wrestling, if it doesn't look like it hurts, nothing else matters. Like, I mean, think about it. You know what I mean? But I get what you're saying. Like, just because something doesn't look like it, like, I mean, that's all whatever. But I mean, dude, when if it should look like it hurts, because if it doesn't look like it hurts, I mean, how are you going to convey that?
I mean, to me, it did, because it almost looked like he almost hyperextended the shoulder to a degree because he kept on pulling it back the way the torque was.
Yeah.
But again,
I've been in that situation, almost had my arm broken, so I thought it looked like it hurt. But I'm just saying, like, because I did think it looked like it hurt. I think that was a fine submission, but it was surprising. But to what Joe Compton said is, in other cases, if it doesn't look like it hurts, that's not good. That's not a good thing.
True that. I won't.
But I think that you think it does look like it hurts. I think it looked like it hurts. Joe Compton doesn't. But what I do agree with him on is that if it doesn't look like it hurts to most people, it's not very good.
I mean, it could have been another submission, but overall, I mean, I think that was the best way to go. And the fact that Jericho was so giving in that, it really showed.
I don't think the commentary helped it. I mean, I don't remember what they sounded like, but I bet they probably didn't think it was going to end on that. So they probably didn't sound very good.
Because we were in the bar, yeah, we did get some of the sound, but honestly, I can care less what the commentary was. I just cared about the presentation. And that's really all it was about tonight, was just a presentation. And anywho,
it got worse as it went on. The night went on, it got worse. Like the first half, commentary was pretty good, and they got gassed after Punk. So after Punk, it was like dead.
I can see
JR needs to breathe.
At any rate, with the AEW Tag Team Championship match, so 3 teams. I thought it was going to be like triple threat style, where all like one member of each team was going to be in the ring, but it wasn't like that. It was just whoever tags in. Again, I was expecting a lot of athleticism, especially from Jurassic Express. Jurassic Express makes a comeback. Both challenging teams finally begin a brawl. With the match finally settling into each team and just basically just going at it. Just a lot of hoopla, just a lot of shenanigans in the ring. Jungle Boy continued to eat big moves. BTE trigger here and there. O'Reilly and I mean, again, it was just a lot of action. I was actually very overwhelmed by this match, but in a good way. And then, of course, Bucks and Red Dragon just go at it because the alliance was no more, which cost them the fall. Your winners and still AEW World Tag Team Champions, Jurassic Express.
That match was actually quite interesting because the majority of it was a 4-on-2.
Yeah. That was a handicap match, essentially. And again, that's the whole thing when you have two heels that want the same thing that are kind of working side by side together. So it was good psychology. Was this probably the best match that Jurassic Express has ever been in? It's arguable, but it's still overall good match, good key psychology, and I'm very happy for the fact that again we're seeing great tag wrestling on a main stage in America, because again it's almost like you have to look outside of America to find great tag team wrestlers. But in this case, we have the ladder match, Face of the Revolution ladder match, where you get the Sonic ring, Joe. You get the Sonic Gold ring.
Man, I love that thing. Life preserver.
You might be able to summon Knuckles. Who knows? You have Keith Lee versus Orange Cassidy.
If I gotta say something, if Sonic 2 was smart, they would have done some kind of deal with this show.
Oh my gosh, I would have been all over that. Absolutely. Keith Lee versus Orange Cassidy versus Powerhouse Hobbs versus Ricky Starks, Wardlow, and Christian Cage. Wow. Cage was the first man to get involved with the ladder, going right after Lee, Hobbs, and Wardlow, trying to take out the match's three powerhouses. Cage also hits a Hobbs with the reverse DDT off the ladder, playing into his participant in some of the historic ladder matches that we've seen before. Every participant got plenty of moments to shine. Wardlow and Lee nearly grabbing the suspended brass ring to win the match. Throughout the match, there was just everybody just climbing up the ladder. At one point, we had 6 guys trying to find for the ladder. Again, there was just a lot of. And shortly after, Starks nearly had the match won when Danhausen, one of Texas and mine's favorites right now, jumped into the ring to interfere, laid a curse on him, knocking him from the ladder. Wardlow then hit Starks with the power bomb off the one ladder, which, by the way, looked gruesome as hell, grabbing the ring to win the match. So Wardlow right now is the face of the Revolution ladder match and is the #1 contender for the TNT Championship.
I like that. Wardlow looked good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised with Wardlow. I know people are online. They've been saying, hey, Keith Lee should have went over. I'm like, well, dude, first and foremost, Keith Lee has only been in the company for a few weeks, guys. Give him a break.
Dude, he looked overweight. Like he didn't.
Well, yeah. I don't know what it was about tonight, but he felt off to me. I don't know why.
Because I honestly, dude, I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not gonna bury him tonight. I buried him the other night, but he just looked like a ridiculous idiot when he was doing the when he was conducting the crowd. I hate him. I'm sorry. I used to like him. I used to love him. I loved Keith Lee in NXT. I was like, I love this guy. Man, if I'd put him on the main roster, fucking big Keith Lee or something, like it'd be great. And then they find out the guy doesn't want to do anything you ask him to do, but he wants to be a weirdo mark for himself. Like, I don't know.
So transitioning, so we have Ricky Starks.
Can I say something about that match right quick?
Someone else is transitioning.
I thought that Orange Cassidy had the best spots in that match. Whenever he would skin the cat and go on top and try to get the brass ring,
and then the low blow spot, that was gnarly. I really like that spot.
Was this the match where somebody went off the rope like Ambrose, then went off the bottom rope and bounced back, or was that the match before? Do you know what I'm talking about? I can't remember
that spot.
Somebody, you know what I'm talking about, Compton? Like somebody got.
I think Sammy did that in his match.
Oh, Sammy did that. Okay, I thought Ricky Stark did it for some reason or something. Like somebody went into the second rope, leaned on it, bounced off, and hit somebody. Then they got hit again, and they went back, and then when they fell down on the bottom rope and springed off the bottom rope, and then waffled somebody, and it looked awesome. And I was like, oh shit!
It might have been.
I think that might have been earlier though in one of the other matches, and not the ladder match. But whatever it was, it looked great. I thought it was the ladder match. So someone in the chat's going to tell us any minute now because they're going to know what I'm talking about.
So
Dan
looks like my little lass needs a shave.
Spirit Infinity Roy.
Time to sound desperate. I did talk to Destiny last night on Snap. My biggest achievement since following your channel. Anyhow, Joe, stay sexy.
Spirit Infinity, man, thank you. You got to talk to Destiny. There you go, man. Tell her that you heard about her on Joe Cronin show. That'd be funny.
I shall.
So I didn't want to
Look at
just
that
bring
Lone
this stuff
Star
up before we
beer.
go to the next match.
It was Kyle O'Reilly. It was Kyle O'Reilly in the tag match. Thank you, Christopher Cook.
Cool.
And everybody else like 100 people said it. Thank you. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, with Danhausen and Ricky Starks most likely being in the program, can Danhausen be the next FTW World Heavyweight Champion?
I agree. Yes for stuff.
You know how funny that would be? I mean, that's actually pretty hilarious. Like, he wins that, and
That's
Taz
what
is
he
like,
should
no, this guy can't win our what the fuck? What's going on? Danhausen?
The most worthless title in wrestling.
He should come out and do like he says. He punches them in the dick right before the bell rings, and then he pins them 1, 2, 3. That's how he wins the title. I want CM Punk to be AEW champion against Danhausen in the main event of whatever their biggest show is.
What?
And Danhausen walks up and says, "Hey, CM Punk," boom, right in the dick, and then 1, 2, 3.
So you want to go full on WCW at this point? Like.
Yes,
we're gonna go.
Yes,
full
I want finger poke of doom level in AEW.
Well, that would be it. That would be it right there. That'd be about it.
Let's do this thing.
I mean, WWE's going with every YouTube celebrity ever to be in their main events. So,
Right, so why not? Right. Yeah.
I get it.
All right, let's go to the
Danhausen
women's.
could use a cattle prod on CM Punk.
Yeah, they'll use that as a sex object. Anyways, with the women's match, the TBS Championship, Joe, we have Jade Cargill, the champion, taking on Ty Conti. Cargill nearly hit Jade moments after the match starting, putting
Wait,
Conti
can you say
immediately on the
Jade's last?
defensive.
Wait a minute. Can you say Jade's last name again?
Cargill.
Is it Cargill or Cargill?
I go with Cargill or Cargill. I don't know.
Well, you were saying you were saying Cargill like gargle, but it's Cargill, like
Gargle. I'm sorry.
Gargle. I just wanted to correct that because I wanted to see if you really were saying it like that or I was crazy. Cargill. Yes, okay.
Cargill. I'm sorry.
I guess they all look the same, huh? Well, you know. Okay,
they all do. I'm literally spamming right through my notes, Joe, on my yellow.
No, I'm just joking, dude. You have more notes than what I have, so no. I mean, you're doing. I had to find something to poke at you. I got nothing else. You fucking flawless. You're only half.
All else fails, go right to racism.
Well, you're only half black, Mustafa, so you don't count for anybody. So oh my God.
He's only.
I don't
half
count for
black,
anybody, Joe.
So he can only be halfly offended.
Isn't that?
Half of it.
I'm kidding. No, that's what people.
About.
That's what people have to deal with though when you're fucking mixed. It's like stupid fucking bullshit. Anyway, go ahead. This is like when
black and white cookie.
Well, it's like when you're Hispanic and you come to America, and then like the Mexicans treat you like shit now, and now the Americans don't accept you, and you're like, I'm lost. What the fuck's going on? Anyway, whatever. I'm Irish and pale, and I'm probably gonna get skin cancer with the way I look. Go ahead, Mustafa.
Oh my God. You're great, my friend. So Cargill trash talks Conti. They go at it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was very surprised how Jay took direction and was still able to pull out some stuff. This is by far probably her best match she's actually had, and that says a lot because she's been green for a while.
This is her best match, and I think Conti had one of her best matches too because I think she sucks usually. So I got to be honest, man. That I gave that match maybe a better rating just because those women impressed me that they didn't suck. I thought that was gonna suck.
Yeah, I'll give this match. I mean, honestly, I'll give it like a 2.5.
Out of what?
You know, a 2.5 out of 5, or like close to a 3. Close to a 3
stars for Jay's ass.
I'd give it a 6 or 6.5, and you know what? Out of 10, and I would say that I expected a 3 out of 10, and I got a 6.5 out of 10 or something.
Giving it a 2.
No, I just gave it a 2.5 just because again, she's still building her resume as an in-ring competitor. Again, she's only going to get better from here based off what I saw tonight. That is, if she can, do that. I mean, I was told that she's being trained by Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson rather. So,
wow,
this is going to be interesting. So the next match, the match that we just talked about before,
Jade's Mortal Kombat entrance.
That was cool too.
Man,
yeah,
that was fire.
I like her.
Punk and MJF. Where do we even begin? So
Yeah.
MJF, what we thought was going to be the CM Punk entrance, ended up being the MJF entrance. I thought that was clever.
That was great.
So such a great heel. And then Punk, which I've never heard his AFI's music. By the way, it's called Masera Canter.
Yeah. So like it was great because he's like, oh, I got you, see. And then when Punk's old music, OG AFI music hit, then it was like, oh, I got you, and what's this about? So that was cool. That whole thing was cool.
Yeah, and by the way, that stare down when they're getting the dog collar on. I mean, you can literally cut the tension with a knife in that building. But the funny thing is, people were saying online, "Oh, everybody's sitting on their hands. Everybody's doing this." I'm like, first of all, they're about to beat the crap out of each other. It's not one of those matches where you go stand up and pop and just go through all this crazy stuff. They're telling a story. And the story was barely even brought to full fruition even before they even touched. So just that eye contact, the way they were measuring each other. And then, of course, MJF taking the chain and rebusting open Punk after the wound that he got on Wednesday. And just, my God.
You want to hear a funny story about this match real quick? My daughter came in the room halfway through it. And when Punk kneed MJF in the head and MJF went flying out of the ring, I noticed what he was doing. I was like, oh, he's going to cut himself now. So I said to my daughter, I go, hey, I bet you go to bed right now that the other guy's going to come out bleeding too. And she's like, what? I go, yeah, I bet the other guy's now going to be bleeding any second. She goes, okay, why would you say that?
It took him a minute to do that blade job.
Yeah, he was hiding under the ring for a second there. It
was very quick.
It was very obvious, but so like my daughter's like, "How'd you know that? How'd you know that?" And everything. And I said, "I used to wrestle." And then I said, "I know what he did. He cut himself." But she thinks I'm saying he cut himself, like he got hurt. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, go to bed. All right, go to bed now. And she's like,
you should have just said, Punk got a boo boo.
Then she's like, I'm not going to bed until the end of the match, and then I'll go to bed. I'm like, okay, fine. She goes, why do you watch this? This is gross. They're both bleeding. Like they need Band-Aids. Like they need more than Band-Aids. They need to go to the doctor. They need to get stitches. I got stitches. I got stitches for a little cut. Like they need a lot of stitches. Like how many stitches do they need? And she just was rambling.
They need a blood transfusion.
Yeah, they need a blood transfusion. Why don't you go donate your blood, honey?
Give her some plasma. At any rate, with MJF, the funnier part of the match was when MJF grabbed the microphone and demanded Punk to tell the crowd that he would quit. Bloody Punk refused to storm back, whipping MJF with a chain before attacking his hand, which, by the way, was a huge component of the match. Pretty soon, Punk's knee would be the thing. And, of course, Tex and I were talking about it earlier, how, like, again, certain spots where you act like nothing's wrong. Well, here's the thing. MJF was trying at one point do that tombstone outside on the ring apron, but he got tangled up in the ropes and he had to go through the ropes a number of times.
That was actually impressive that he smoothly got through that quickly, because I saw that happening and thought, man, they're gonna have trouble trying to figure out this chain in a minute. The way they're
Box
going,
Club is gonna have a field day tonight making these videos.
I'll tell you what though, he's engineer. He's got spatial relations engineering in the brain, because he figured that right out.
Yeah, and again,
it's amazing. Hang on, Mustafa. There's one part of this, or there's a couple parts you're not mentioning.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Number one, the main thing we learned from this match is you can get punched in the forehead with a steel chain 20 times and get right up. But if a tiny little ring hits you in the forehead one time, you're dead.
Yeah,
you're dead.
So everybody remember that if you're ever in a street fight,
just
take
don't
all
get
the
hit.
chain shots, but watch out for the jewelry, because that's the kill.
Watch out for the ring.
That's why pimping ain't easy.
I do have to give credit to CM Punk, because he has this magical power of healing and re-breaking something immediately. One minute he can't stand up because ow, my knee, and then 20 seconds later he can jump to the top rope, and then it hurts a couple minutes later. It kind of comes in and out. It's a little, it takes me out of the match. It's one of those things. It's especially when the commentary points it out, like JR was.
Okay, so
you can't even stand up. Blah 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 blah. Whatever you say.
Well, you can make the excuse that it was all adrenaline,
So this is a spot that I really was like, oh my God. I was like, where's this going to go? But actually, before the spot happened, a friend of mine at the bar was like, for whatever reason, I don't know why he said this, but like, it would be funny if he took the chain and he like whipped him in the ass. And I'm like, why? And he kept on just saying that over and over again. And so finally, MJF brings out a bag, and we kind of know what it is. And he brings out thumbtacks in the center of the ring. Now, the way Punk took this move, basically MJF brought him to the corner and superplexed him from the top rope. Now, mind you, Punk landed ass first on the tacks. And anytime you land on thumbtacks, I don't care who you are, bro, dude, it's a traumatic experience. Yeah, and this was bad because then later on, MJF would take a flat bump onto the tacks. And I'm not sure if we've ever talked about this, Joe, but like, I'm assuming they sterilize the tacks, and
yes,
you're sweating, you're bleeding all over each other. So God only knows like what's that going to do to your body later on, depending if like you got an infection. I don't know.
They probably gave each other herpes.
Well, I mean, first of all, the referee counted into the tacks like 4 times and hurt his hand. It was hilarious. Like he was having a rough time, and I think it was Paul Turner. And then for some weird reason, they left Paul Turner's poor ass out there to ref the next match, I think. Which was, I was like, Jesus, give the guy a rest. But no, yeah, they usually sterilize them. They boil them, I think. Well, we used to boil them. Now they probably sterilize them. Like,
yeah, and if you thought that wasn't enough, so then we have Wardlow, the winner of the match. And by the way, he's still kind of feeling the effects from the match earlier, kind of selling that with his walk down to the ring. He goes to the ring, and he's trying to find the diamond ring. He can't seem to find it. And the next thing you know, takes the flat back bump to the tacks. Punk then looks at Wardlow just like they did a few weeks ago when the first match with MJF, finally finds the ring, puts it in the ring, and then Wardlow just walks away. Eventually, Punk gets MJF to come up, flips him the bird, has the diamond ring on his person, hits him. 1, 2, 3, your winner, CM Punk. Holy God.
I got to interject here.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I did not like that ending. They had 2 years. They had 2 years to come up with the final Wardlow turns on MJF scenario. And I go back to Batista. I mean, he put the thumbs down, the fucking throwing Triple H through the table. That was a statement. They got Wardlow. Oops,
well,
I
we haven't
forgot
got
the
to there
ring.
yet.
Wait,
We haven't got to there yet.
Listen. People are gonna think that MJF is gonna fire Wardlow. That's not what's gonna fucking happen here, all right? A segment happened in Dynamite where in the kayfabe contract that Wardlow's working for MJF. If Wardlow won the ladder match, which he did, that fucking title opportunity would go to MJF instead. So
right, but remember,
no, but MJF came out and said, "I'll even let you keep the belt."
Exactly, just this past Wednesday.
Well, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen now because now that he cost him the match, he's gonna change his mind and he's gonna take the opportunity anyway now.
maybe. Well, I mean, I'm sure that will be what goes on when they butt heads on Wednesday.
And thank
What's gonna
God.
happen is he's gonna order Sean Spears to whack him with the chair, and he's gonna be out of that, and then he's gonna cost MJF in the St. Patrick's Day episode.
Probably.
Well, Pinnacle's down a member now, so they're gonna add anybody.
Well,
we're gonna see. The seeds of Wardlow's turn. That's all they're doing.
Well, I mean, again, based upon what we've been seeing lately, again, we're gonna have a definitive rivalry, especially right before MJF. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have Sean Spears and Wardlow, but Wardlow's just gonna dominate Spears, and he's just gonna go through the entire Pinnacle. But it's
better off as Ty Dillinger.
Yeah, it's gonna get good. I'm not worried about Wardlow or what he's gonna be done with, but yeah, I definitely feel that there's gonna be an MJF rivalry with Wardlow.
It was just underwhelming to me, even if it was the beginning of it. It was underwhelming.
This is what I see happens, right? You go to Dynamite, right? You have MJF saying, "I changed my mind. I'm taking your title spot." Wardlow gets fucking pissed. Sean Spears comes out of nowhere, starts beating him with the fucking chair. And then you don't see Wardlow until next week when the title match happens. It's the St. Patrick's Day Slam. Or Sammy or Scorpio, right? And when MJF is about to fucking win, Wardlow comes back and then just costs MJF the match. So that's what's going to fucking happen.
Oh my gosh! So we talked about this before with the various moves and how everybody was just copying each other's moves throughout the night. This match was no exception. We had the AEW Women's Championship, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD taking on Thunder Rosa, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The story of the match continued to play out exactly along the same lines, with Baker simply operating a step ahead of Rosa, always cutting off the challenger's attempts to build momentum. Rosa managed to hit a tombstone pile driver, literally a match before we had this pile driver, and it continued on throughout the night.
Yeah, it was like
Of
Pile
course-
Driver City. I think JR was annoyed by that, by the way.
Yeah, and I don't blame him. Then you have, of course, Dr. Britt Baker's entourage, if you will, interfering in the match. One thing led to another, where then finally Thunder Rosa gets back in the ring, but unfortunately it would be not to be, and she would get pinned. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, and still the AEW Women's Champion, Dr. Britt Baker. I don't know how long her title run has been. All I know is that it is good, but it questions me, Joe. Who's going to be able to knock her off the mountain?
Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, well, in terms of like coming out of this match, like if Thunder Rosa,
I think Thunder
by the
Rosa.
way,
Yeah, I think Thunder Rosa will beat her in the third match. I think because she's
so
lost
you think
too.
so we're gonna have the rubber match, you think?
Oh yeah, I gotta believe it because there was interference in this match and it was kind of.
I think honestly, if there's gonna be a gimmick match,
First, she has to beat
Riho.
well, yeah, there's another contender after the fact, but I think that if there is a part 3 to this, it's definitely going to be in a gimmick match, like a cage, like the first like women's cage match of the company.
Maybe, yeah, that makes more sense.
First she has to beat Layla Hirsch in the qualifying match this Wednesday, the championship eliminator, and then she faces at the St. Patrick's Day Slam.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, again, it could be wrong. Maybe they might do the title change there on TV, but again, it really depends. I mean, I'd rather be done on a pay-per-view.
Sounds like a Denny's breakfast.
I think it's going to be done on TV because you know what will happen if they do another pay-per-view where these women are in this match. Unless they book it the right way, they're going to have the same issue where they're up against all these other matches. And I think if it gets the time on TV, it will be like the main event featured. Where tonight you saw that it was, to me, the reason why the match was like, okay, right after Punk and stuff, is because I think they did this match just to get the second match done, and there's interference anyway, and that's just to get to that third match. So they knew that, it doesn't matter. It's really a stepping stone match, so... You know,
yeah, it was a buffer match, in my opinion, in between like the main fights, which, by the way, again...
Well, to be honest, no matter what you put there, would have been a buffer match, because like it didn't matter what you put there.
Yeah, again, like I said, that was match of the night between Punk and MJF. But yeah, this I don't blame the women for just trying to do what they could to try to make it work. And again, it wasn't a bad match. It was just very, very predictable based upon the idea. And again, I thought Thunder Rosa might have gotten over tonight, but again, they're still continuing the storyline, which again is okay too. But the next match, Jon Moxley.
Something else I learned from this one: a curb stomp on this doesn't matter, but a plain one will get you over.
Yeah, a lot of no sells tonight. I think that's like this. All right, to me, the whole pay-per-view is full of so many positives. But if you were to line up the negatives, one of the negatives is clearly like that there were so many like just I don't know no sells. I wouldn't say no sells, right? I would say more that
a lot of kickouts. A lot of kickouts.
It's not even. It's that high impact moves weren't resulting in the finish, and it should have. Or like to me, it's like, what do you got to do to someone? Kill them, basically, because that's what. But then it doesn't make sense, like you said. You got to kill someone to win, kind of, but not really, because if you hit them with a ring, you can win. But if you hit them with a belt, a chain, a chair.
That's based off the New Japan style. That's the strong style where it's like you're trying to like, you have resiliency and stuff like that. But even then that can get really dull, and the mystique behind a lot of those finishing moves. I mean, again, I understand that you're not the person who invented the move that did it or did it well, but that still doesn't mean that you still make a mockery of it, especially if that person is no longer active.
The tombstone was really was almost enraging at times. Like, bro, if you hit a tombstone on the inside of the ring, it should be over. If you hit a tombstone on the outside apron,
of the ring,
yeah, fucking forget it.
If you're getting a tombstone on the outside of the ring, that's an ambulance job. They're carting you out in a freaking neck.
And as far as I'm concerned, you can protect that move by if you do the tombstone on the apron. It's a desperation move. You do the tombstone, and then you both roll out of the ring, and you're out, right? Like, so you're down. Both of you are down for like 15, 20 seconds. Now it's okay. But if you go for a cover right after you do a tombstone like that, it's kind of like it's real simple. Just don't do a cover right after it. That's all you do to protect it.
Honestly, like
protect it even better. Don't do it near as often.
Yeah.
Well, the thing
Yeah.
is that again, that tombstone in that particular. I mean, again, I just get the idea of
Which
like, yeah,
match are we
as
talking about?
we're talking about the women's match where the tombstone was constantly gone throughout
Yeah.
the night. But and at any rate,
I actually have a woman in mind who could face Britt Baker at Double or Nothing because that's the next pay-per-view.
yeah, it's going to be in Vegas
about-
on the 29th,
Yeah.
I believe, which is Sunday, I think.
What about that Page girl everybody keeps talking about
Paige Van
from Dan
Zandt?
Lambert? Yeah.
Well, as far as I mean,
all the
I
no
don't.
sells and kickouts
Paige Van
reminded me
Zandt,
of
she's
the.
a UFC fighter.
Remember
Paige Van
Brock?
She used to be
Mustafa.
UFC. She used to be a UFC fighter.
Remember
She kind of
Brock
still
and Drew
is in a
at
way.
WrestleMania?
She have a
Brock
good,
and Drew.
she
It
have a
took
good pussy?
4 F5s, and Drew still
To
kicked
me,
down,
she's
and
the
he
only
took 4 Claymores to get Brock down.
Again,
It was
that's
like that.
different. That's different though in terms of caliber, in terms of Brock and whoever he works with. I'm talking
Right.
like, for example, Undertaker. Whenever he protects that move, when he does his finish, the Tombstone. But remember, Undertaker's not the first person to ever do the Tombstone pile
Oh, I'm not
driver.
talking about
It's just
Tombstone.
that
I'm just
became his
saying all the false finishes and all the kickouts, all the no
Yeah,
sells.
yeah,
that night.
absolutely. I agree. I agree
Not the
I mean, the
wholeheartedly.
reason
Tombstone, whatever. But
All right, so the
reason I
next
say
match.
about the
$4
reason I say about
shots.
the Page girl, the reason I say about that Page Zant is because during the show they showed her. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce her name right. The reason why is because they kept showing her throughout the entire show with Dan Lambert
All of them
and all
did.
that.
Scorpio,
Yeah.
yeah, and Ethan Page, all those guys. They were shown all night because again, they're scouting who they're going to be working with, and that there's going to be programs coming up within the next coming months. So I'm all for it, and I'm excited to see it. But next match, Moxley and Danielson. The first part of the match is just grappling, feeling each other out, going for Roman knuckle locks. Waiting for somebody to put in the first strike. This was just wrestling psychology 101, especially since, coming out of the Punk MJF match with all the, the gimmicks and all the, the backstabbing and stuff like that. This was just a straight up brawl, and Moxley drawing Danielson into more and more brawling exchanges, finding more success. Even both men were busted open in the brawling. Yeah, there was quite a lot of blood tonight, but again, no, this is how they wanted to work. It was like almost like everybody take a piece of somebody else's match, but it was what it was. The match went into the extended period of both men landing big strikes, even exchanging a long string of stimulus kicks before Danielson hit the running knee for the near fall. And Danielson locked Moxley into the triangle choke, one of his finishing holds. And then Moxley somehow rolls Danielson into a roll-up of some kind. And 1, 2, 3, John Moxley defeats Daniel Bryan. Daniel can't believe it. They're both in the face-off, and finally they're still beating the crap out of each other. Security tries to break them up, but they still keep fighting. And then out of nowhere, the pop of the night, William Regal makes his AEW debut by trying to separate both men and then eventually slapping both of them individually before they had each other shake hands. And that was an interesting image. So,
and it proves that Tony doesn't have to announce everybody that comes in as a big signing.
Refreshing.
Thank God now Regal can do it instead of, guys, I want to tell you, I have purchased Ring of Honor. Like now,
Joe,
that was the best surprise. The one who didn't announce.
Yeah, now William Regal can come out and say, I've been informed by Tony Khan that we've signed Kenny Omega's favorite schoolgirl. Like, and then everybody can be like, wow, that sounds amazing. She's 13. Like, it's so,
oh my God.
I mean, it's going to be amazing. No, I'm just kidding. There's always been a rumor that he's like a rapist or something. I'm kidding. He's never done that, guys. Get over it.
There is one thing you missed already, Rostafa.
Oh.
Wait, what was
the
that?
The newest signee to AEW, Isaiah Swerve Scott.
Oh,
yeah, he was in NXT. He was in the Hit Crew, I believe, or the Hit
Row.
They were called up too. And
Hit
then they
Crew. You don't even know your own people.
No, sorry, I don't actually, because I don't side with. Well,
I'm just trying to play Bobby Heenan. I don't know, but no. So Rostafa, let me ask you something.
I hang out with all the other Oreo cookies. I'm sorry.
That's so fucking weird. Rostafa, what is your impression of Swerve tonight?
We didn't really see that much. We just saw the pop of what people were remembering.
Oh, you
for
probably
in
couldn't
NXT.
hear him. Could you not hear him in the bar?
I could hear
Another
him a little
guy
bit,
on
but
Dark.
not much. I was probably talking with somebody at that point, but I know he was there, and I'm happy for the fact that he signed with AEW. Who knows? He may.
I just thought it was an awkward. It was an awkward. I thought it was awkward. I gotta be honest. They bring out Swerve, and he's like, yo, and it was weird, man. It was like, dude, take the mic.
It was Leo Rushy.
He pulled a Scott Hall when he said, "Hey, yo."
Yeah,
Hey, yo.
but it was like that. It was just, I don't know, man. Like I would be like, this is my time, my first impression. They sign me. Like I would have said something. Like I feel like other than whatever he said, it was like, I guess if like I'm so cool, I must be cool. Like it was weird. He might like, I don't know what it is, man. Some of these guys, I don't get it. It's like, what is he doing? Like, why is he awesome? Because he's cool, I guess. Like he seems cool. I don't know. Like,
what are they going to do with him? Put
yeah,
him
like
in the clinic or something.
Why not come out and say something like, guys, you ain't seen nothing yet. You see me all over the place, but everywhere else I was, Swerve was hindered. Swerve had to play by the rules, but I've been told and promised by Tony Khan that when I sign this contract and in this contract that Swerve doesn't have any rules anymore. The glass ceiling's off. And it's gonna go down. What up, AEW? Like, and people just, fuck, it's going. But instead, he's just like,
it's funny.
Oh, I'm
it's
cool.
Funny because
like, look, I don't know.
No. I get what you mean, Joe. Because it's funny what they said in the name graphic when they brought up his name. He said that he was like champion like 11 times and he won 11 different belts or 13 different belts in various promotions. I'm like, bro, like even if I didn't know that, I would still expect a lot from this guy just by saying, okay, we're gonna put a spotlight on him and signing his contract live on the air. So it must be a big deal. But at any rate, we have a crazy 6-man tag, which by the way I thought might have started the show, but the fact that they put him in this spot is really cool. We had the House of Hardy, AHFO taking on Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, and Sting. Before we even get to the match, let's look at that Darby Allin video. First of all, Sting had a freaking flamethrower. Can we talk about this?
Forget the flamethrower.
Hit a
flamethrower. The bus.
Yeah. Joe Compton's killed a few people with one of those before.
I mean, again, this guy's a born-again Christian. He's throwing a flamethrower.
Forget that flamethrower. I'm more concerned about the Cherokee.
Oh, my God. Let's talk about that.
My God.
I don't know who did. I want to know who was doing the crash testing for that or the way that was set up because that was gnarly.
That was wild. Dude, everybody got, like, I laughed at this match, but in a good way. Like, I'm having fun. Did you guys have as much fun as me? I mean, Sting impaled his head off the fucking table like that.
And a pit of spikes.
Oh my God, bro! Like the Spanish Fly. Like
62 years old. 62 years old, taking dives. Like I mean, just a few weeks ago in DC, he did a dive off of the stage and he almost slid off of the table. But this was even gnarlier. He went through 3.5 tables.
Wait a minute, Joe Compton. What is that beer? That looks like it's from the 80s.
That's from Texas.
Lone Star beer.
That's the greatest drink on God's green earth.
Wow. I didn't know you were going to say that. I can't believe
it's because it's from that house right now.
Really? That looks really good. And I got to tell you something, Joe Compton. I'd been in a fight.
Lone Star beer is the best.
I was in a fight with Stream Elements about your donos that came on Stream Elements because they were so much. They were like, "What's this activity? What's going on?" They, for some reason, whenever people donate a lot on Stream Elements, like they freak out. And it took. I just got the money, so I just wanted to say thank you, Joe Compton, for those donos.
To monetize this when we won?
Yeah, thank you. You paid. Yeah, you paid my car
payment. I paid
your
mortgage.
Yeah, exactly. My car. Well, you might. Yeah, that too. No doubt. Thank you.
Let's also talk about this other spot where the manager basically gets the trash can over his head, sits down on the chair, and Darby Allin does that crazy dive, but he like sideways stands right back up and walks up the ramp like nothing happened. And I'm like, damn, that was some agile shit. Darby Allin.
I like the chair to the head, the throwing chair to the head, the fucking waffles him, and I love that shit.
Yeah, and
what
then of
about
course
the Sammy Guevara spot? I hope that motherfucker's alive.
We're gonna get to that.
Which
we're gonna
one?
get to that. Yeah, right. Andrade takes a suplex to the floor. He gets hit pretty hard.
Has he won a match yet?
I believe so. Yeah, against Pac. I was about to call him Neville, but
Okay.
Pac. Yeah.
The other guy that
But
never was around. That's funny.
So we're gonna get to that spot if you want to get to it so fast. So Sammy Guevara sees one of the brothers up on top. He's basically fighting off, and Sammy does that little spot where he goes, "I'm so freaking crazy," and does the Spanish Fly, almost missing the first table. By the way, I thought they were gonna land, quite opposite of that, but luckily enough, the table broke.
I want to give him credit. That whoever the other guy was, it what's his face that landed through the table? Fuck.
Oh, one of the private party, one of the private party guys.
Yes, he landed perfect through the table himself. Like, thank God.
Right, but dude, Sammy landed face first on that other table though.
Yeah.
Like when he was coming down.
Yeah, he did this
bro,
thing. He hit his face off the other table.
I'm thinking to myself, how do you don't have vertigo, and B, how the hell do you not have? I mean, I'm pretty sure he has a concussion, but that was serious. They look bad.
I gotta believe. I think that Sting has more of a concussion than he does. Even, to be honest, I think landing on the stage. I think the problem is the whichever from the private party went through the table. The table broke his fall, but thank goodness, because he's the one who has to land on his face like that. So good thing he landed through the table. Problem was for Sammy is he didn't catch the table that way. He took more of the brunt, but he got to land on his arm. But I don't know, dude. That was wild. Like those, I gotta say, all those big spots tonight, whether it was off an apron, off a top rope, off of that thing, off of whatever you were diving off of tonight, or whatever tombstone or weird extreme move they were doing somewhere, it all looked fucking. Basically, I thought as good. Like this is like there's like 10 examples all night of this where the move looked dead on, as close as you could get without hurting somebody, like with it looking good. Like they like if there was a percentage point of that, like 100 means you hurt them or they really hit. It was like 99s all night. They were so good.
It was off the page pain.
Like,
I mean, it was
like
insane.
execution was amazing. I mean, even you maybe got a little bruise or something, but you could have paralyzed somebody, but you didn't. So it looked as good as possible. I mean, I don't know if that's a win, but to me tonight, that stood out.
Yeah, I mean, again, I know a lot of these guys are going to be hurting by the time they go into Wednesday. They're going to take a lot of ice baths. They're just going to be banged up. Sting, most likely, as you said, Joe. Yeah, but yeah, Sammy Guevara.
How about I know we're not there yet, but Adam Cole's Halo costume. Did you jerk off to that, or it looked weird?
Oh.
Maybe you did. I did not. I was at a bar.
I mean, bro,
Adam Cole looks like an emaciated child from a third world nation. Somebody get him a fucking sandwich.
Damn.
Do you think he wore the Halo outfit because everybody was making fun of his body all month? So he was like,
"Oh, we were talking about that earlier too."
The dude has a concave chest and the muscle definition of a fucking worm.
Wait, he's got a concave chest?
Concave means it goes inside.
I know, but I heard.
Was Mikel's mom at this bar?
No, they didn't find any dead hookers there tonight.
No, not at all.
Oh, I'm sorry. I love you, Mikel's mom. I'm sorry.
It's a family bar.
Joe fucking ate my mother out, Joe.
Hey, you guys.
Fucking big. Hey, Mikel, how about you send the fucking belt back already? You can't figure out a way to fucking grab a couple dollars? Look, you do. Hey, Mikel, Jesse sent you money in a fucking letter. Have you gotten it yet? I don't know. I put my fingers in my mother's pussy, Joe, and I found $10.
Spears the post office more than garbage.
Wow, wait a minute. You found money in your mother's pussy? Yeah, but it wasn't enough. Oh, it wasn't enough money. Okay. So you put your hand in your mother's pussy and found $10, but obviously that's not enough to send the belt back. I'm still waiting for the money.
The roll of quarters.
All right. So Jesse's still waiting for the money. I mean, or rather, Mikel is. But it's coming, man. He should have the money any day, and he should be sending the belt back any day. And within 10 days, I will bet within 10 days, Pure Country will have that belt, and we'll be ready to start the countdown. And like I said, Pure Country is going to have time with that belt. They don't have to defend it right away. They get that belt for at least 4 to 6 weeks before they got to defend that belt. So,
and you guys got to remember, the first defense is Tex flying solo on that.
Right.
I am not donating $1 red.
That's right. You guys are going to have to fight to get this belt off Pure Country. It's going to be rough.
Speaking of defending a belt, the main event.
Tonight.
the headlining match. The
Hang on,
AEW.
hang on, Mustafa. Hey, can I announce this match? Like,
You know what,
contestants
champ?
of
You know what, champ? I'll let you announce
Like-
this match. Go ahead, brother.
you know, for the 10 people in the crowd and the 35 at home watching, it's the match nobody wanted to see.
Wow.
On my left,
So biased.
the Ethiopian Cole, the emaciated man,
No, I take
a
exception to
former
that.
WWE champion who was great in NXT and looked legit. Your challenger, Adam Cole. And then to my right, we have Mr. Brokeback Mountain himself wearing his rainbow flag gear.
Oh.
Adam, hang me please, Paige, because I'm a nasty little twin.
Oh my God!
Well, what do you know? We got ourselves a new member.
Crazy Horse.
And I got a member in my pants.
Speaking of Brokeback.
Yo, Crazy Horse. Yeah, he's driving a Crazy Horse. Thank you for being a member, man. I think is that 18 months, Crazy Horse? Might be 18 months, man. If it is, that's nuts. Thank you for being a member, man. I got a member in my pants. Good job, Tex. Now I'm ready for the match. I didn't know who these people were.
So Paige took to the fight early with Cole, taking him out.
Oh, wait a minute. He's interrupting the match. That's gotta be Kane.
My name is Kane and I'm donating.
Oh.
Not gonna say who, but there are people streaming tonight but won't join your shows anymore, Joe, because of not having enough time. Interesting. Anyway, it was a 9 tonight. MJF and Punk 5 stars. Jade, I wanna explode in her. And fuck Matt Hardy, delete his life.
What up, Harry Steve? Thank you for the donation, man. F Matt Hardy, delete his life? Jesus Christ. He's taking shots at everybody in that dono. Yeah, man. I mean, what are you going to say? You know, people tell me one thing and they do a bunch of other things. What are you going to do? But thank you, Harry Steve, for that dono. I really appreciate it, brother. And I'm glad you brought Kane back, man. It's good to see Kane. Maybe we'll delete Kane, all Glenn Jacobs' tweets or whatever someone said the other day.
Oh, my God, Hangman.
I
when
would
he did
vote
his
for
rebuttal
him
was
for
hilarious.
president right now. President Kane, yes, please. I will tell you.
I like some of Kane's shit. I like some of I don't agree with all of his stuff. I've seen him tweeting and I've thought he's a little too something, but I still like him.
I like it.
I'll defend to the death his right to tweet whatever the fuck he wants to. Fuck people that don't like it.
There you go.
Take that.
All right. All right, so Cole, first comeback, I saw the Focus attacking Paige's neck and arm, trying to take away the buckshot lariat. Paige drilled Cole with on the apron power bomb, followed by a moonsault. And yeah, somewhere in the match, guess what, guys? Another tombstone.
Dude, you think it was a joke in the back? Do you think all the people were around the monitors watching and they were like let's try to see who can do the most tombstone or something? You know what I mean? Like I have a feeling. Like
I got a feeling.
In the back, they were laughing about it. Like, watch this. I'm gonna go out and do a tombstone. And then I'm gonna do a
Tex
tombstone.
was saying this earlier. Tex was saying this earlier.
Yeah.
By God, if Vince and Undertaker ain't got their lawyers dialed up right now, something's going on.
Well, I don't know about lawyers, but what I do know is if Undertaker's watching this shit, he's got to be sitting there thinking like, God damn, man, they just fucking bury my shit like that.
In the words of Brock Lesnar, you got to learn how to get over, kid.
Do you think there was like an over-under side bet backstage? Like, hey, how many tombstones can we do in one show? And they were trying to, win a bet just to throw them all in there.
I think they were like, hey,
that's kind of what it seems like.
You remember when we did this with the super kick like 13 years ago? How many super kicks can you do in a match and stuff? They were like, all right, let's make Tombstone the new super kick. All right, that sounds like a good idea.
So
First
Bobby
they ruined the DDT, then the super kick, now the tombstone.
Yep.
Take away all the good ones.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
So Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly ran out to ringside just to be a distraction.
Man,
Wow.
I'll tell you, Mustafa, you are like weird tonight with the names. I got to be honest. It's very strange of you. I don't know what it is.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, dude. My voice is kind of shot. I'm just trying to go through all my notes.
Mustafa, how many tequila shots did you do off of the strippers rack?
No, he did Hennessy.
I'm going to be disappointed if it's less than 10.
I actually was sober tonight, brother. So I have these written notes that are so blurry just because I'm writing things so fast.
You drank Jesus Christ's cum at one of those fucking church parties.
I'll smack you in your titties. Shut up.
Hang on, wait. You went from church to the bar? My man, I do the
No,
same thing.
Yeah.
No.
Rashad was good people.
I had some errands I had to do in between before I went to the
Yeah,
bar.
but you didn't drink Christ come at the fucking at your
Oh
party.
my God! You stop with that.
Jesus Christ coming all over you.
Oh my God, Joe.
Hey, that's not
There's
so
only
bad.
one
I
way to
mean,
one up that.
what
If
would you
have
rather
church
drink
at the bar?
Yeah, would you rather drink Christ's cum or would you rather watch him get nailed to a cross again? I'd rather see the cum come out. To be
I'd
honest.
rather see the nail. I'd rather get tortured.
Hey, but the one. Well, anyway, go back. We'll get back to the show. But the bottom line is, we have a lot of members on the board of Sexy tonight. Joe Compton and Soundwave 92 twice because they donated over $20. Was there somebody else that was supposed to add to this? Let me see. Okay, no, we're good. All right. I just want to make sure I wasn't fucking somebody over on the board of Sexy on the donations tonight. I'm sorry, Rustava. Go ahead. This match was doomed, though. I'm sorry to them. Obviously. That beer looks awesome.
Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly.
There you go.
Ran to ringside for the distraction. This set up Cole to hit the page with a Panama Samurais on the floor. Fish and O'Reilly.
Jesus was a pedophile.
Distraction.
Oh my God.
But do we need medication for these Tourette's?
Can you put me out of my misery? Shoot me with the gun, please.
So Paige ultimately kicks out at 2 with all the shenanigans. Cole hits a series of super kicks, only for Paige to nearly hit the buckshot lariat again. Instead, Cole hits more super kicks to the score. Yeah, by the way, there was so many super kicks in this match. It was hard to keep a score count. Dark Order eventually ran it to the ringside to aid Cole in chasing off Red Dragon. Paige then hit the buckshot lariat on Cole, but Cole got a hand on the ropes to break up the count. Second buckshot lariat was enough to finish off Cole after Paige hit a few super kicks on his own. And of course, towards the end, buckshot lariat just ends it all. Basically on his own part, not Adam Page did it on, Adam Cole did it on his own strength. Adam Page takes a very distraught Cole, literally no strength in his hand, and shakes his hand at the end of the match. It was not one of my favorite Hangman matches, but it was what it was.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty decent, but it just had no chance with everything that happened earlier, and there was a lot of no selling. I would actually put it up there, to be honest, as one of the matches I probably wouldn't watch again tonight. I'd watch almost everything, but I wouldn't watch that main event again. And I had written in the chat, I said, man, unless something major happens at the end of the night, that's going to be Jericho and fucking Triple H. Like, unfortunately for them. Because people were just dead.
Yeah, overall, like I said, I give this show like an 8 out of 10. Just for the fact of the effort, just the idea that, there was a great consistency throughout the night. I mean, the commentary, I know it was what it was. I mean, again, there's some nights that are better than others, but what can you do? I mean, again, Excalibur most likely is going to be taking the role of Jim Ross at some point, but have JR for while we have him, because again, we never know when he's going to,
it was bad,
see
though.
God.
That second, Jesus, he was get his cum. That second half of the night was just brutal on commentary. Like, it was.
What is wrong with you, Jim?
What? I mean, what's...
Hey, fun fact, everybody. Jesus Christ is the only guy who can jack off with his hand completely open.
You would say that, Tex, actually. I wouldn't imagine you saying that.
You ever seen him
what's
look at...
Regal's rule going to be?
You haven't licked your lips until you've seen Jesus stare at some underage kids. Let me tell you something.
You are horrible, Joe. What is wrong with you?
All those priests that got to diddle everyone on their time. I mean, like, I gotta be. What? I didn't do it.
You gotta go to confession. My God.
What do you mean I gotta go to confession? They're the ones that are doing it. Their fucking priests are doing it.
You got weird thoughts.
The Catholic priests did it. I didn't do it. I wouldn't touch a kid.
I'm not the kind of Christian that goes to church and has to go in the closet with the priest to be forgiven all my sins on my knees.
That's what I'm saying.
So
like,
church
I didn't
works
do it.
a little bit different where I'm at.
I don't know why these priests that love Jesus so much played with little kids. I don't know why. I didn't do it.
Why do you do it? Because they like the little kids. Yeah.
No, it's just more so like the subtlety, because they took a vow of not marrying, so they got to find another way to try to, get their thrill on.
No, I think what it is they were I think they went in there on purpose, because
some of them did.
Yeah, because I mean, if you were that, if you were losing your mind over the fact that you were celibate or whatever it's called, you would just basically go out and find a woman and fuck it. You just do that. You'd be like, fuck, I'm gonna find a woman anyway. Screw it. And I'll just confess my sins all the time, and I'll hope God forgives me. But instead, you picked little kids. So like, I don't know, man. I think it was a setup. I think it was like,
At any rate, overall, Joe, what did you think of the night?
I thought it was an 8. I thought it was an 8 out of 10 as well. I give it an 8 out of 10.
7 on my part.
What would you give it, Compton?
7 out of 10 on my part.
There you go. Pretty
too many tombstones.
Yeah, I mean, I want
Tombstone out of 10.
I want to take away for the wrestling for like you said, some of the like sort of slap in the face wrestling and moves, but I did, because I think I could have given it more, an 8.5 maybe, but. That was the issue. And there was a couple little other issues. But overall, I had such a good time that I give it a good rating, a higher rating maybe than, But, yeah, it was...
You're giving it the benefit of the doubt.
Exactly. I can't speak. But, yes, benefit of the doubt.
And the only reason why I give it is because of that stupid finish with that Rosa.
With who?
Thunder Rosa.
Oh, Thunder Rosa, yeah.
Yeah, that match, that was complete.
That poor match had a trouble going on after Punk, though. That was rough to go on after that.
We did not talk about this tonight. So in the beginning, right before the pay-per-view, we had Don Callis make his return. No Kenny Omega.
I loved it. I got more excited that it was Callis.
Right. I felt the same way, actually.
But if you were there, I could see being like, fuck, he got us, but also cool. Grim selling the fucking surprise. I love it.
Oh, my God. Can we talk about Grim being in the front row?
Well, and every fat fuck being in the front row. Kid behind a camera. I mean, we're looking at people that have heart disease right now.
Hey,
does Grim have to buy 2 seats when he goes to an AEW show?
Most likely.
I think Tex lost one of his cows. I think.
He lost what?
Like.
I'm kidding.
Oh.
No, she asked if I lost one of my cows, referring to Grim being in the front row of the show.
No, tell you what, damn ugly ass.
And then I asked if Grim has 2 seats because that son bitch is mine.
Who's bigger, Grim's girlfriend or kid behind a camera?
The kid behind the camera.
He's bigger, yeah. You think so? He's got a girlfriend too. She's pretty big.
So chat. Oh no, go ahead. I was going to say chat roll. Put your
how do you
ratings in the.
Fuck when you're that fat? I mean, if you can't even see,
Oh.
that makes. I don't understand the science.
Yes, welcome. I just like fat shaming all these famous people.
When you're that big, if you go to an
By the way,
all-you-can-eat buffet, when you're that big, if you go to an all-you-can-eat buffet,
Golden Corral, Ponderosa.
That's awesome, Joe Compton. You got it. Cracker Barrel.
What did you think about what Jay did during her match?
By the way, I want everybody to know. You know what's funny about this? I sometimes find the clips of me bashing him, and I'm friends with Grim, like in real, like on Facebook, and I have his cell, everything like that. I'll send him clips of it on Facebook, and I'll be like
oh my God.
Like, I'm like, look what I said tonight, oh man,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Also another friend of mine.
Sorry, Dave.
Who's also becoming like an independent wrestling fan, celebrity almost. His name is Mike. He goes to all the GCW and sometimes he tries to get to the AEW shows. He was shown tonight actually in the crowd, which I actually thought was pretty cool because he was like up there in the stands. So.
Did you see Kyoto was there too? He was out there marking out.
Yeah, I did actually.
It was?
He had a boner. Mike Kyoto was in the crowd with a boner right under Rastava's friend.
Ew.
He was counting 1, 2.
The former refs or some shit.
I actually know Rastava's friend. He doesn't even know this, but I know his friend who was up in the balcony. And I called his friend to say hi to him. To like, hey man, I saw you on TV. And he said he was going to do an Owen Hart and jump off the balcony and scream as on his way down.
Oh, I thought you were he was going to do a New Jack, but that would have been probably too soon.
No, wow, is he black?
I said you knew him, Joe. I thought you said you knew him, Joe.
I made the whole thing up. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, yeah.
Come on, Joe. You're gonna go with a bit.
No, I went with it. But I made the whole thing up. Fuck it. What are we doing? All right. So, anybody else want to comment on tonight's great show from AEW? It was great tonight.
Can I say something though? Too many tombstones.
Yeah, I mean, too many times we've brought
Tombstone
that up.
City.
Too many.
My joke rating will be a 2 out of 10 for Danhausen and Sting, but on serious, I'll go a 4. That's me.
Damn.
You're giving this a 4? Jesus Christ!
Need some guy.
If you give Raw anything but under a 2 tomorrow night, I'm gonna punch you in the dick. All right.
You think I'm dumb enough to sit through 3 hours of fucking Raw? Like, that shit's just as bad as this is. All of it sucks.
Too many high spots is all it is.
Yeah.
What do you like?
If they just
want the 80s to come
if
back.
they just limited the New Japan a little bit and made it a little more. See, that's what I liked about Cody Rhodes being here. That's why we really missed him tonight. With that, really, I mean, the dog collar match, kind of had something going on, but.
But yeah, with Brody Lee. Oh.
What about Brody Lee?
No.
No.
Oh, Eric Redbeard, you mean?
They need to let Brody Lee go. Let that man fucking rest in peace. Let him die. Like, every time they trot him out for some falls, it gets cheaper and cheaper every time. At this point, let the man rest. He died.
I honestly don't. I don't think they brought him up much tonight at all. I think they mentioned him one time. I think. I could be wrong, but I think they just mentioned him once.
Yeah, honestly, this night was very crazy. I mean, in terms of actually, there's one spot that I'm actually seeing on the screen here that we haven't really even talked about. But when Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson rather, is going for that Chris Benoit like headbutt, I was freaking out, going, "Dude, why are you doing this move?" You know, like we already had,
made him kill his kids.
Oh God, don't say that.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm hoping that he pulls the real Chris Benoit move, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, again, he has to have some alcohol in him before he.
He's gonna shake that tree, and Tweety Bird's gonna come. Oh my God!
Confession, my friend, confession. But at any rate, tonight was crazy. I liked it. And probably one of the stronger pay-per-views in a minute from AEW. And overall, yeah, how is WrestleMania gonna compete with this one night? That, yes, it was 5 hours. It might have been too long, but you got everything and anything for the past 4 months since they've not been on pay-per-view. So,
yeah, this was great. I loved it. I can't wait to watch the dog collar match again. I mean, bro, this dog collar match made me fucking.
My little lass needs a shaving.
Colonel Santos.
Mr. Popo. Speaking of boner, I have a boner listening to Casey.
No.
Let's bone, let's shone, let's gone, let's get the throne for pure country.
Yeah,
All
baby.
Hail Colonel Tex. Wad up to my favorite Rostafa Mustafa baby. Love to all. All to love.
Well, listen, you gotta love it. You gotta love it, Colonel Santos. What do you think, Tex? You're getting the love from Colonel Santos. He loves you.
Colonel Santos is my boy.
Well,
he's the Colonel.
Hey, man.
I like him.
Colonel Santos, you are a loyal soldier, a beautiful soul. And Joe Compton is drinking the greatest beer ever, Lone Star beer. I'm going to have to get me some of that, Tex. If I get it.
Oh, no.
Holy.
Oh, my God!
We plan the spot all day.
Oh, my God, what the fuck?
Where is it, Joe? Where is it?
It's Sith NEGAN!
Where is it, Joe?
Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!
Golden Jungle.
An Omega Sith NEGAN bomb has been dropped. Bad news. No matter how hard you try, sometimes you can't stop bad things happening to good people. Good news, it is finished then. I have done it. Tell Sly Hustle J.
Ladies
Hashtag
and
donation.
gentlemen. Oh shit, Sith, I don't know if you were here earlier, man, but Sith, I did a whole promo, baby. That brand new belt is on its way. It's coming, I believe, to my house any day now. It's going to arrive. It's in Ohio right now, so it could be intercepted by bullfat. So we're a little bit worried about that, but that belt is on its way to me.
Oh, no. It's in Ohio. That's an hour drive for me.
Go rob the post office.
Sith and Negan,
Go rob
you
that
are
post
officially
office.
on the top of the list of the board of.
And by the way, I'm superstitious, so I want Sith. Holy fuck, man! I cannot believe you just dropped fucking $500, man.
Put him
Holy
on the
fuck.
board, Joe. Put him on.
I'm putting him on the board. The board is sexy is owned tonight by Sith Negan. Speaking of paying the car payment, Sith Negan, and there's the double E's that I always do. The poor bastard. Sith, I can't fucking believe you did that. Listen. I'm superstitious about that belt. So the brand new belt, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm serious about that. When it gets here, I'm gonna have Leah unbox it, and I think if she'll do it for me, if she can
Tell her to put gloves on.
If Leah can take a second from playing video games with all the former people who used to donate to the show, then that'd be great, and we can get her unveiling the Monetize This championship. And then we're going to hang the belt up behind me here, but I'm not going to touch it because
no fingerprints.
I don't want to touch that belt. Right, no fingerprints, number one. But number two, I don't want to touch that belt until I actually win it. So I don't know.
The only time you're going to touch it, Joe, is when you're sending it to Tex or myself.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying, but you ain't going to get the belt. People have already seen what cunts you are. You're not going to fucking win the belt the next time. You won it the first time. They were like, oh, this is fun. This is going to be great. Oh, I didn't know there were a couple of dorko fucks who were going to be fucking insane about this. Oh, you better send me the belt. Like, but I'm already hearing it from people in the emails. They're like, oh, these guys are psychos, Joe. They'll kill you for this. They'll kill you for your fucking... I'm like, yeah, they'll kill people. They will. That's why you joined the army. You were hoping to kill people. And I told them this.
It's not wrong.
Like, that's why he was drooling over that flamethrower earlier today. He was like, I always wanted to fucking toast a couple of Vietnamese.
That flamethrower, dude. Honestly, every time when I see that, I feel like I want to get like one of those stuffed pigs or whatever like that, and just burn it to the stake. And
oh
like,
my god, what the fuck? They're right.
Sting got that from RoboCop.
Hang on,
No.
wait. Did Mustafa just say he wants to set a cop on fire? Is that what he said? Did he just say
Yes,
that?
he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah, and
Oh my god, we have that on recording, right? Like the
Wait a
police might
minute.
need that.
Isn't that what that guy with the hair said, and the football player with the fuck? Didn't he put pigs on his socks? Like, I think that's what he's talking about.
oh my god, that actually made my night text. Thank you for that.
Wow.
Appreciate it.
Mustafa's Antifa confirmed. Like we just oh my god, this is,
I mean, don't you like a nice fried pig or barbecue pig?
Yeah,
on
no,
your-
I like fried pig.
Oh,
So,
man!
Here's the state of Texas.
Like a nice pork bellow on your table, man. I'm telling you, it's great.
Here in the
Good
great
eating.
state of Texas, we cook the pig in the ground. Actually, we dig a hole, line it with brick, basically make an oven in the ground. It's really
Well, the next time you do that, use a flamethrower. Expedite the
There you go.
process. Use your barbecue sauce.
I am blown away. Go ahead, Compton.
I
I'm
didn't
sorry.
care for the flamethrower as much as I did that damn Jeep Cherokee.
Yeah, those are pretty fun. I'd roll that over probably and kill myself.
Are you guys talking about cars?
I'm surprised that Darby, when he was driving, and most likely he was driving it, but like the fact that he barely got injured on that run, my god, that looked bad.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it looked fucking wild, dude. Like, it was crazy. I gotta have some kind of Sith Negan song, man. After the Himmelgod song. Oh my god! Wait a minute. Sith Negan has just passed the Himmelgod on the all-time donations list. Holy shit!
Holy
Oh my god!
Wow.
Wow! I just realized that.
That deserves
Holy
a slow
shit.
clap. That deserves a slow clap to a build-up clap. Like
Oh
the
my
Rudy
god,
clap.
bro! He has done it.
That
Ladies
deserves
and gentlemen.
inspirational music from the end of a movie.
Yeah, like some kind
Take
of
them back to the field. That's inspirational.
maybe something like that.
These racist fucks.
Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen. Holy fuck, bro. That is crazy, bro. Give me something. We got something. What's this? Is this good enough?
What's the difference between the two of them now, Joe?
They're idiots.
Whoa. The difference is Sith is still around, and now he's the all-time
I
largest.
was talking about what's the difference between the two of them? And how far ahead is he?
Sith went over just now by at least by about 100. We had a couple of discrepancies on the exact, but he definitely went over now, because it was between about 387 and 420 or something like that. So with $500 bomb just now, boom, like it's gone.
That cleared it.
Let's go. Where's that fucking AFI song? Where's the cover of it? We're gonna make it. I mean, SITH has done it, bro. I'm serious. This is fucking crazy. SITH NEGAN has fucking done it with the CM Punk entrance. There it is.
Oh yeah. SITH is my god. SITH is my god. He's my emperor. He's my emperor.
We need to fucking come up with something crazy for that. Like, we need a SITH NEGAN fucking, like, just, wow, let's go, SITH fucking NEGAN. Oh, shit.
We'll drop all the money in the world on me. SITH NEGAN.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like the Viking Raiders theme.
It's just great stuff. Dude, SITH NEGAN, congratulations to him tonight. Has broken the record. I hope he knows that he broke it.
He probably will.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pumped up, man. The enemy designed.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that's what he says. Hashtag the enemy design.
I mean, bro, this is a big fucking deal, bro. This is a big fucking deal. Oh my god, I can't believe it, dude. And by the way, let's just hit him with the fucking Fear Factory with designing the enemy. Since we're designing SITH NEGAN's enemy, hit him with that fucking. Let's fucking go. Move over, Himmel God. 50,000 or more between them, by the way. That's insane.
Holy shit.
Think about it. Yeah, it's nuts. That's nuts.
My God.
Dude, I mean, who would ever, like, I don't even know, like, even, I mean, Compton is, like, Joe Compton, who's the Monetize This, Pure Country champion. And then the belt's on his way. I mean, like, who would ever think that anybody would support something this much like all you guys do? But I mean, who would ever? And I'm sure Compton, you're on the top list somewhere in there, like.
As long as I'm in the conversation, that's all I care about. I'm not aiming to be number one on that one.
I wouldn't aim to be number one either. You might not be living in a house, Like, I mean, like, I appreciate
He's
it
a
though,
pimp on
man.
the side. I think he'll be fine.
Sometimes I remind my family about that. I'm like, man, we got great supporters and listeners. Like, you wouldn't have this shit. So, like, it's crazy, man. And when I go to work now, like, I work so much now, I go, man, that's why, like, how amazing it was that, like, for 4 years I could put a full-time effort into this show. So, like that you should be really thankful for the support that we get. And the fact that SITH NEGAN and Himmel God, just changed hands for who was the top donator of all time, and we're talking $20-something thousand, $26,000-$7,000. Like, that's nutty. Like, that's some numbers that's like, dude, there's some people with 150,000 subs, and not they wouldn't total that amount from one person, let alone, or from all their people couldn't total one of those people, couldn't total SITH NEGAN, let alone the combination of everyone's support. I mean, it's nuts. It's fucking some kind of, I don't know what it is, man. After what I said about Jesus come earlier, I don't know what kind of blessing it is from something up there, but somebody, you guys are just, it's amazing. So anyway, I'm over that now, but I had to call that out that SITH NEGAN just broke the record, bro. He just blew it away.
He blew it all away, Joe.
And the longer he stays around, the more he'll keep adding to the difference.
Well, and here's the other thing. I'm gonna need SITH's help, goddammit, to beat you fucking bastards for that belt.
That's not happening.
So, are you going on a marketing campaign, Joe, with your political campaign to be?
I'm going on a marketing campaign. Hey, listen, I just want to say right now that I dedicate my performance at the next championship night to Jake DeMarco and his family.
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna pull the sympathy card, are you?
This way.
Yeah, not happening, Joe.
The last belt night, the week before, I told you that belt was coming here, right? I proved I'm a man of my word.
You know,
so whenever I say,
well, you know,
whenever I say, that's not the only surprise that I have up my sleeve.
Okay.
You better believe it.
Well, I didn't really hear what you just said, Sith, but what I will say, I'm sorry, I didn't really hear what you just said, Tex. But what I will say is, and after I win that belt, and I already talked to Jake about this last week. After I win that belt, I'm gonna drive down to Connecticut and I'm gonna put it on his shoulder in the hospital bed next to him, and we're gonna take photos.
You know, the nation of pure country sympathizes for Jake. He's good people. We love him.
Well, I called it first. 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 I called it first.
You can't call feeling bad for somebody in bad health. All of our thoughts.
No, but I can put a smile on his face. The only thing, but I'm going to put a smile on his face. You couldn't do that.
See, here's the thing. We put smiles on your listeners' faces even more. So we're a very valuable commodity here in the JCS.
That is a good point.
So Tex Colt, and proud to your country. We're here to embrace.
I still can't get over the fact that we have William Regal, aka the man who called you Umaga
Umanga. And I love that he had that little bit of blood on the tip of his nose, just like when he eats his period blood girlfriend out. Like, it looked great.
That's how he drinks his tea, literally. That's how he drinks his English tea.
So that's so funny you mentioned tea, because I had so much tea in my closet today that it was like taking up all the space of the medicine cabinet. So I put it into those little cookie jar type of things on the side that were empty anyway. So yeah.
The brand is called Umanga tea.
Oh my god.
Umanga. It's gonna be a fun time though, and I hope to hear from I actually. Dude, let me ask you guys something. I know this has nothing to do with wrestling, and I can't say who this is and what's going on or whatever, because I don't even know, to be honest. But one of my friends, somebody I know, reached out to me. I said to them, "Hey, we got to do something or other," and they said to me like, "Well, this is somebody I've known, before. You guys don't know who it really is. It's a friend of mine," and they said to me like, "Well, if you want to hang out, you better make it soon because I got cancer. I'm dying of cancer." And I went, "What the fuck?" I said, "What the fuck? You're dying of cancer? What are you talking about? And I'm like, and they kind of sort of said to me like, "Yeah, but fuck chemo and all that stuff, and doctors don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And I got my own ways to figure it out." And then I'm like, "Wait a minute, well, what kind of cancer do you have? Like, what's happening?" And then they basically didn't want to talk about it. And then they were like, "Nah, it's whatever. Anyway, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about doing fun things." And I sort of was like, "Wait a minute, what's going on?" And then they were like, "Oh, it's not really that big a deal. Maybe not or something." And I'm like, "What? What are you saying?" And every time I brought it up, they were avoiding it. And I was like, "You can't just say something like that to me and then avoid it." So, do you think that they're in denial and that they're trying to not talk about it, but talk about? I don't know.
I think they probably are.
Because that's a crazy thing.
They're just trying to process it their own way.
Yeah, and he is the type of person that would process it where he doesn't want to make a thing out of it and all that sort of thing.
He doesn't want to do the thing.
But I mean, dude, but I need to I'm sort of hey, give me some indication of what's going on, so I stopped though, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna say what okay, but it's but it's eating my fucking face alive. I can't stop thinking about what does this mean? How much time is there a cure? Are you gonna be okay? Or what the fuck? I can't get out of that mode of I don't know what's going on at all. And I'm so busy, dude, that I don't know when I'll get to see this person or when whatever. And how much time do we any kind of indication at all of what to do? And so I don't know, man, but it's just somebody I know, and that's going on top of Jake being sick, and it's I just feel man, what the fuck is going on with everybody I know? Everybody I know is gone. It's just weird. It's strange. I mean, you guys should run, all of you on the call. Get the fuck out of here before you fucking get stabbed at the market basket tomorrow.
Take the money and run.
Oh man, that was some rough.
Here's Tex.
Well, Tex is gonna go.
Neither one of us are going anywhere. We are here to stay, and we're here to take this
Good news
shit
for
over.
you.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
ain't dying anytime soon because Satan knows the first thing I do whenever I get down there is take the place over.
that's what I
So
figured.
I'm
I
good.
figured Pure Country is here in case I pass away. They take over the channel and they run this whole deal, you know?
No, hell no.
Then they go head on against everybody. It'd be crazy.
Oh, hang on, whoa, Casey, what? You don't want us
Better
to
not
know?
touch
Well, what
it.
is your
It's
name
Pure
right now?
Country's property.
Yeah. Did you hear that? You got a mutiny. You got a mutiny on board here.
Do we need to handle some business outside of this call, Casey? Somebody's breaking rank here. That's all I'm saying. It's all good. Colonel Santos might be getting a promotion soon, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned.
Maybe
No,
wow.
I'd rather go.
You know, maybe Casey is working for me and she's gonna steal her neighbor's credit card. Ever think about that?
That's right. We've already had one person. We've already admitted one person and kicked them out all in the same show.
Wow.
Right.
And
this isn't one of those clubs where once you win, you die a member. If you're not within good standing, you'll be shown the door. I mean,
Yeah, you better be good
That's how it
quality, I
works.
guess. Pure quality. That's what they're looking for. Hey, Dan Kennedy, did you say something? Dan, what's up, man? We haven't heard much from you tonight. How you feeling about all this shit?
Well, the show was a 9. It would have been a 10 if they didn't give Grimm so much TV time.
What's going on?
Dan's pissed about Grimm.
What the hell is your...
What? You got a problem with Dan?
No, I just have a problem with that rating.
Oh, because it's too high, you think?
Yeah, too high. Cause it's
Jew
freaking
high?
stupid.
What's Jew high when they like don't pay you enough?
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm doing right now, Casey. Wow, you hear that, Dan? Your rating's too high.
My what?
Did you
Your
not?
rating for the show, I give it a 6.5.
Can you hear Casey Rose?
I can't hear 50% of the shit that gets said.
Oh, Dan, you can't hear her. Okay, well, she said that your rating sucks.
Well, fuck you.
No, I'd rather not. You're not my type.
Ooh, she called you a retard-looking person.
No, Joe, don't put words in my mouth.
What'd you say?
No, I'm saying nothing. Just forget it.
No, go ahead, because
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
hear.
it.
You broke up, so like I didn't hear the last word, so I just made up that you said retard.
No, I just didn't like his rating was so high. It's like it wasn't even that good of a show, in my opinion.
Well, what was your rating?
6.5.
Okay.
No, I think she did it too low.
She's too low. Yeah, you think she's too low?
Yeah, that dog collar match did it for me. You know?
That's all I liked was that match. Everything else, the Jademan, everything was good. Everything else, fuck it.
Everything else, fuck it. You hear that, Dan? You're wrong, you cock.
Yeah, he is a.
Well,
You can't get.
That's her opinion.
Hey, do you guys realize that your scores are 69 if you put them together? Maybe you guys should hook up.
I'd rather go die on the no.
Yeah, we showed the belt too earlier, man. If you guys weren't around, Sith, in case you missed it earlier, I don't know if you did, but Sith NEGAN, man, we showed the belt. It looks beautiful. We can't wait. And Sith NEGAN did break the Himmel Gods record, baby, here on the show. So, like, let's celebrate this. Make sure you tweet it out everywhere. You know, it's pretty crazy. Sith NEGAN has broken the Himmel Gods record. Unbelievable. So what do you think Wednesday night? What do you think is going to be better? You think Raw is going to be any good tomorrow night? They're going to be compete with AEW?
I mean, based upon what we saw at the Garden, not much. But, you know, again, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's definitely not going to compete. I know for a fact that this Wednesday, we're definitely, I mean, if it's not 1 million viewers, we're definitely at least going to have like at least high 800, 900,000 people watching.
Wow. Yeah.
AEW's getting that desperate. We're going to be at least 800,000 to 900,000, y'all, and we're spending $10 gajillion to do it. That's quality program.
Well, dude, remember, it's still in the infant stages, and again, they're still trying to
bullshit. Dude, they're 3 years in. They're not infancy.
Yeah.
That's an old excuse. They have as many big stars or more than WWE. How long before you take off the training with this?
I understand where you're coming from in that vein, but I also figure that again because they're only 3 years old, and yes, that still is being a baby in this industry. It's still one of those cases where
they've
what's
done
up?
a lot more than WWE has done in the last 5 years. Like seriously.
How do you mean? Like in what way?
Better talent. Like half of the talent from WWE, I get it, but like they do much better creatively. Not with some of the booking decisions.
In creative, yes, but also mind you that again, WWE is a juggernaut, and it didn't get there overnight. They're a tradable company.
You see them
Yeah,
getting better.
they got there by stealing their competitors' best talent, best ideas, etc.
Yeah, so again,
WWE's digger freaking.
they're still growing, man. They're still growing as a brand. They're still growing as a company. And again, we got if it's going at the same pace, and now we have Ring of Honor.
All I'm saying is there's a lot of allowances that people within the business or fans of the business give AEW that the other side would never get. And
A lot
if
of
the other
shopping
side
money.
did the same things,
Yeah.
they would be treated completely different. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing
is a bias.
necessarily. I'm not disagreeing, Tex, in terms of the idea that AEW doesn't have the right now to really take the brass ring, no pun intended. But yeah, no, now's the time. Like you have to really start chucking more like 1.5 ratings, and maybe if you can, try to aim for a 2 at least. But again, it's still
it's doubtful, honestly.
Well, again, it depends on what you're putting in, presenting in the audience on a consistent basis. So, and also you're dealing with a lot of, the NBA, finals. You're also dealing with.
But that's just an excuse, honestly. Just an excuse.
No, but the thing is, remember, the Attitude Era was a completely different era when it came to watching wrestling or it came to watching sports. You were getting 4.5s. You were getting 3, even 3.9s. Again, it's not the same era as it once was. So it's a different way of absorbing the business. It's like a trough. You go up, you go down, you come right back around.
I'll go up, I'll go down, and I'll go all the way around.
Up, down, down.
Whatever happened to those guys?
We're not the page fucker here. Like shit.
Oh God, I remember that. That was that was rough. That was at the time when she was dating Del Rio.
I remember the video and not half bad, might be.
There is one thing I was questioning from tonight's show. What the fuck was up with that mask that Andrade was wearing when he walked?
That's his gimmick. That's his ring attire for when he comes out to the ring.
What Andrade?
Once you know what, yeah.
Well, a lot of people were saying what was up with the, with the guy with the, I'm sorry, I can't speak. The cameraman with the mask. He had the ski mask. Everybody thought he was going to be somebody. Did you guys see that a lot? I saw that everywhere. People were like,
I saw a little bit of it, but I didn't really pay too much mind to it.
I really
I didn't care either. But a lot of people thought he was going to be somebody like.
Yeah, and Chris Sabin.
People are just being nerdy ass, fat ass Mark. That's all they're being. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say?
No, I was just saying, like, remind me of the guy that's under the box. Is it Chris? Not Chris Sabin.
Ban Fish Face.
I am so tired right now. I'm forgetting names.
I'm tired too. Yeah, we gotta get.
He has the box over his head. He's always sitting at ringside with the suit on.
I don't know.
Chat roll, help me out here. I'm sorry. I'm literally worse for wear right now.
The dude that was with Miro.
Yes.
Where's Lana?
Home, getting screwed.
He's sucking Miro's dick.
Yeah, I hope so. Hey, we're out of here. I do gotta get out of here. I went way past the time, and I got early stuff tomorrow. Joe Compton, Tex, Pure Country, thank you for being here. And thanks to Rastafa for breaking it down. What up to everybody else? Casey Rose, Dan Kennedy, Mr. Pico Boulevard. Thank you.
I tried, dude.
You did good. I had a good time. You know what I mean? This was fun. I had a fun time. Tomorrow night's Monday Night Raw. That probably won't be a fun time. We'll see what happens. And I'm out of here, man. Good night, boys. Thank you. And girls. Thank you. Thank you. Some of us. There's Joe Compton. It's beautiful. Soon to be a monetize this championship, but right now it's a beautiful Winged Eagle WWE championship in place of what will be the monetize this championship soon. That belt is awesome. I love that.
White leather.
Love the white belt because I'm racist. All right. We're out of here. Good night. Thank you, guys.
You made it.
Feel me? Thank you to Sith Negan for letting us know. Brian Danielson training Jade Cargill tonight, man. Woo! And shout out to Sith freaking Negan! Man, that's nuts. That is nuts. $500 bomb from Sith Negan, man. Some crazy shit. Look at that. Just take a look at how sexy it is. Man, thank you so much, guys, for that support tonight. If you're brand new, I hope you subbed. If you're regular, you better hit that like button. Help out. Anything over $20 tonight, we're putting you on the board of sexy. And there's nobody sexier tonight than Sith freaking Negan and Omega Bomb, the enemy designed, the donation legend, Sith Negan. Now, the all-time top donator. Unless you got $27,000 out there, you're not going to be able to beat him, folks. Who would have ever thought that over $27,000 would beat Himmelgod? And Sith Negan would do it. Unreal.
Super chat party!
Oh, yeah?
Didn't watch cause I was at work, but I'm gonna watch your review. Let's go.
Let's go, man. You gotta watch it. Man Moore. Man Moore, thank you, man, for the $4.99. Casey's in the chat. What's up, Casey? Hey, man. Give it up for Sith Negan. What a fucking legend. I can't wait to talk about... I'm going to be talking about Sith Negan all week. And that $500 record. That is simply unbelievable.
Looks like my little lass needs a shaving.
Casey, as much as you make me warm and hard down there in the Filipino heat, I will easily replace you and do a better job in pure country. I am loyal. I am determined. I am passionate. I think that is evident with my hatred towards AJ Adams.
Wow, Colonel Santos laying it down with that $3 dono. Coming after you, Casey. He also had some other choice words about you. Just to let you guys know about the itinerary this week. It should be tomorrow night, the Monday Night Raw review. Tuesday, I'm not sure what's going on. I'll put a video out at some point. Wednesday night, it's the AEW review. Thursday night, it's Beat the Clock. And Friday night, it's Monetize This. Right here on the Joe Cronin Show, live at 11 o'clock. Big show, 11 o'clock, Friday night, right here. You got nothing to do on a Friday night? Be here for Monetize This on the Joe Cronin Show. All-time top donator. There's the board of sexy. Sith Negan, Joe Compton, and Soundwave 92. Thank you, Soundwave. And everybody else who dropped a couple bombs tonight. And shout out to the unbelievable record that is Sith Negan's. $500 right there. Puts him over the line.
Yeah, we got a new subscriber. Yeah.
Yeah,
Freak
do it up.
out.
Do it fucking up, man. They do the fucking thing.
Bobzilla 84. First of all, Bobzilla is a great name. And I was born in 1984. So, you know what that means? That's a great fucking name. Thank you guys, man, for tonight. I had so much fun tonight, man. Thank you guys for giving us this fun. Thanks to AEW for putting on a great show that I really thought was good. And again, shout out to the immortal legend. Shout out to the donation legend, the enemy designed Sith Negan for the $500. Good night, everybody. I'm Joe Cronin. This is the Joe Cronin Show. For over 9 years on YouTube here, after every single wrestling event, pay-per-view, get it up.
He's a legend. He's a legend. He's a legend. Sith Negan is a legend. Oh, Sith Negan is a legend. Sith Negan is a legend. A mortal legend. Donation legend. Sith Negan is a legend. A donation legend. Sith Negan Gonna drop the dough. He's gonna drop the Joe. Right-o. He's gonna drop the dough on top of Joe. He's gonna drop the dough right on top of Joe. He's gonna drop the dough right on top of Joe. Sith Negan is a donation. Negan is a donation. Sith Negan is a donation. Sith Negan is a legend. A donation legend. A donation legend. Sith Negan gonna drop the bomb. Sith Negan gonna drop the gun. He's a donation. He's a donation legend. He's a donation legend. He's a donation legend. He's a donation legend. Sith Negan is a legend. He's a donation legend. Sith Negan is a donation legend. Donation legend. Donation legend. We're gonna work on it. We're gonna work on it. He's coming out of the woodwork. He's coming out of the shadows. He's coming out of the woodwork. He's gonna drop bombs, gonna drop cash. He's coming out of the woodwork. He's coming out of the shadows. Enemy design. 'Cause he's a donation legend. He's a donation legend. He's a donation legend. And he's gonna drop cash tonight. He's gonna drop cash tonight. He's gonna make it alright. He's gonna drop cash tonight. His name is Sith. Sith Negan. Sith. Oh, Sith Negan. When you need a friend, it's Sith Negan. When you need a friend, it's Sith Negan. The enemy designed. The enemy designed. And he's doing fine. He gon' drop the dime. I need a donation legend. I need a donation legend. When you need a friend, Sith Negan. When you call a friend, it's Sith Negan. He's gonna drop the bomb. Thousands of dollar bills. He's a donation legend till the end. He's gonna sell records. He's gonna sell records. He's gonna drop the bomb. A legend in the eye. Donation legend. Donation legend. The enemy designed. It's doing fine.
Yeah, Sith Negan, baby. We're going to work on that tune and get it rolling out soon. Everybody else, thanks so much. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for Monday Night Raw. Kid behind the camera is a big fat piece of shit. You heard it right here. Kid behind the camera, you're a big piece of shit. And Grimm's Toy Show and his wife outweigh you and your rhinoceros. Sith freaking NEGAN.
Don't challenge him unless you got the dough. Don't challenge him unless you got the dough. Sith NEGAN is a beast, a legend with the green. His name's Sith NEGAN. Don't challenge him. He's got the bells. They're raining from the sky. He's a legend that can donate the world to Joe. A legend that could make all the shows go on forever with all the funds. Don't challenge him. Cause he'll make it rain. Don't challenge him. He is insane.
Thank you, Sith Negan. Thank you, chat. We're still going to thank Sith Negan. I will post it all. Everybody, good night. Thanks so much for being here. Good night. I'll see you on Twitter at JCS Commentary, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Keep the fun going, man. Keep the shows going. Thank you.